Hello, Gov. Hold on, let me get this right. What's up, Frank?
Hey,
How you doing, man?
doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Now I know it's a little bit different. I don't normally bring people in as soon as I usually get on here, do my little spiel or whatever. But today's a different kind of night, and I'm afraid. I think, and I'm not afraid because you're a wonderful co-host to have. But hold on. We also got hey, Sherelle. Hey, girl.
Hey.
You know
Hey,
what? I feel honored and blessed. Anytime that you actually turn your camera on, I feel special inside. I feel all warm on the inside.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. I'll take it.
You like, listen, don't be telling me nothing about how you feel on the inside. You leave that shit to yourself. Anyway, listen, like I said, tonight is gonna be a special night because it's just gonna be the three of us, as far as I know. Um, we have all of our usual uh co-hosts and co-stars are out of town. Unfortunately for um awful reasons. Chuck is at a funeral or went to a funeral. Centel went to a funeral. Um, Randy from the Geekish Network, he was going to show up, but he's also at the same funeral that Chuck is at. And Courtney, who off the Geekish Network, she was going to jump on, but there was a power outage in her neighborhood. Took out two
Oh,
cities. I don't
oh,
know what they're
wow.
doing out there in California. They out there wilding. So
hopefully that's
she's
not the universe trying to tell us something.
listen. I don't
I
know.
don't need to know.
As much awful stuff has been on TV lately, and not awful like awful content, but just awful in the way of in the real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost a beautiful thing that we get to turn away and turn to TV and movies to get away from what's going on in real life because it's kind of damn awful. Okay. All right. First of all, so this week I've had a time. I've been online with people arguing, but not arguing why you would think I'm arguing.
Okay.
I'm arguing with them because they didn't understand the prompt.
Mm.
So when I put
Um,
up, especially on Facebook, ooh, boy,
You
and I
did you
understand
last.
Facebook is
yeah.
like for the old heads or whatever. I mean, I get it or whatever. Um, but I spend so little time on any social media now. I try not to doom scroll. I just try to promote stuff and then get off because it's a time suck. So I was promoting this particular live stream on Facebook, and hold on, we got one more. Oh, we got another.
Oh, surprise
Oh
guest.
shit! Hey, Donnie,
Yeah, we got Oni.
what's going on, man?
What's going on, people?
Thank you for showing up. Thank you. Um, I was on Facebook promoting this particular live stream, and so you know how when you're getting ready to post, it says, "Do you want to post to any groups?" So I said, "Yeah." So I belong to a few, blurred groups or what have you, and I was like, let me post there in a couple places. Maybe some people get on and join and do the poll. And I posted in one blurred group that I had joined recently. It is a blurred group, but it's for Starfleet Academy, Star Trek.
Okay.
And the dude, I guess the moderator or whatever, went off on me, because apparently I'm one of those internet trolls that just hates on something and blah, blah, blah. And he like wrote this whole paragraph. He wrote a book, and I was like, hey, pump your brakes. I was like, you better check my resume. I was like, listen, I sent him the link to the playlist of our reactions. I was like, I didn't post this here because I hate the show. I said, as a matter of fact, if you look at the list, there's not a single Star Trek show on this list.
Yeah. No.
That I actually like Starfleet Academy, regardless of what other people are saying. I understand its purpose. It's a YA show. I get it. So whether people like it as much as other shows from the past, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I like the show. And then he calmed down, but it was just like it's been a lot of that. And I'm tired. I'm tired.
Reading is fundamental.
Listen, you know, but most people don't find it fun, but it actually is the mental shit. That damn it, they just won't read, and it's so funny. We carry supercomputers in our pockets, but people won't even ask Siri. They won't ask Chat GPT, nothing. They're just out here just walking around dumb for no reason. I can't understand it. All right, before we jump into the list, I want to go over what were our choices. All right, this first part is important because it says what TV shows disappointed you the most. You can pick up to 15. And understand not everybody picked 15 because maybe they weren't disappointed by 15, and that's fine. Or maybe they haven't seen it. That's fine. But right there, important. You were disappointed. You were underwhelmed. It angered you. Or it never received a fair shake and ended too soon. And all of the above. Now, that one is because there's a few on here that I picked them. I'm disappointed because they ended too soon. They never got the fair shake that I thought that they were due. Like, and you know, and that is just the nature of the business we're in. Now with these streaming wars, there are shows that get canceled and you're like, wait, what the hell? That show was now that I just thought about I thought about a couple other shows that absolutely should have been on here on this list. And one I'm gonna say out loud that's not on the list that should have been on here. Get that. Dead Boy Detective Agency.
Oh, yep. I'm like,
Heard
where's
of
the
it,
rest
but I
of it?
haven't
What are we
seen it.
doing?
Yes.
Where's the rest of it?
It's
Come on.
tied
now.
in. It's tied into Sandman, and even the Lucifer show, all written by the same dude. But the Dead Boy Detective Agency was actually a great show. It had a lot of promise, and they canceled it after one season. I was like, wait, what the hell? Now I understand. I do understand. I think they had written season 2. They were ready to go forward with season 2, but the writer, Neil Gaiman, that originally wrote him, a lot of stuff, he got in trouble. He got accused of some alleged improprieties off screen, and that dried up everything that was attached to him. That show, he had another one in development. I think he had a movie in development, and
they were like, nope.
They wrapped up the Sandman. They said, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish the season off and call it a day. So I get it, but that show had promise.
It did.
You know, so as we go through the list, some of these shows are shows that really, as a fan of the show, they just really disappointed you. You're like, what the hell? You know, maybe it started out right, and you're like, okay, and then it went off the rails. Maybe you're like, who the hell put this on TV? You know, and there's a lot of that. You'd be like, wait, they paid millions to put this shit on TV? Underwhelmed you, angered you, or just never received a fair shake. So, again, we had Lost. Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. Let me say first. How many minutes have been, Frank?
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
Disclaimer number 1. And I had to go over this with someone today on Beyonce's internet. This is not my list. Half these shows I don't give a shit about, so it didn't anger me because I don't care. You know, Lost is one of the most popular shows on his list. I've never seen it. I don't know.
Either.
I'm actually watching it right now.
I've heard people pissed off about it, so that's why it's on here.
I literally paused an episode to come on this.
Yeah, like I looked up. I did a search for shows that angered people, disappointed people, shows that ended too soon, and that's how I came up with this list. So Lost, never seen. So just so we're clear, this is not my list. There's like 75 shows or something like that on this list. I ain't seen all of them. I didn't put this list together. I did put it together, but this is not my personal list of things that disappointed me. Lost, The Sopranos, Sons of Anarchy, Dexter, The X-Files, Marvel's Inhumans, Marvel's Secret Invasion, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., True Blood, Game of Thrones, X-Files, The Idol, That right there made me pause because I've never seen this show, but I heard about how much people hated this damn show. You know what this show is? The one with the weekend.
I've never seen it.
I think it
No.
was the one. It had the weekend, the singer, the weekend, and I won't say maybe Johnny Depp's daughter in it, but then like some weird sexual stuff going on in the. It was some.
Okay.
That's what I heard. I was like, wait, what?
I don't know if that's a good sales pitch. So
Yeah,
far, I
yeah.
have no
I was
interest.
I
like,
mean, depends on the mood for the day.
yeah. I mean, and I know you know what I'm saying. His daughter's grown, but I don't know if I was Johnny Depp. I was like, wait a minute. Anyway, Killing
Some of the
Eve.
movies he been in, he can't say nothing.
I mean,
Nothing to her about what she
I don't
did
know
when she
because this is you know what I'm saying 3 dry humps away from some prawn. This is
grown. Wow.
anyway.
That's extra.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Killing Eve, Twin Peaks, How I Met Your Mother. This was surprising to me because I remember I watched How I Met Your Mother and I think I finished it. I'm pretty sure I finished it. I didn't remember people being that pissed off when they got to the end, but people were hot about how this ended.
I've seen the complaints.
Yeah,
I don't
was
agree
like,
with them, but I've seen them.
see, I'm the same, Frank. I was like, yeah, okay. And people was pissed. It's like, all right, y'all need to get your hobby. Velma, DC Batwoman, Veronica Mars, and just like that, Sherlock. And we are talking about the Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman one.
Mhm.
House of Cards, Westworld, Pretty Little Liars, The Vampire Diaries, The Umbrella Academy, Star Wars, The Acolyte, Obi-Wan, The Book of Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Heroes 24, Silicon Valley, Community, Arrested Development, The Game, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Lovecraft Country, HBO's Watchmen, Power, Sworn, Winning Time, The Leap, The 100, The Strain, La Brea, Defiance, Turnover, Killjoys, Another Life, The Ark, Battlestar Galactica, Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, Firefly, The Shannara Chronicles, Once Upon a Time, Shadow and Bone, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Wheel of Time, The Witcher, The Order, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Legend of Korra, The Magicians, Supernatural, Cursed, Penny Dreadful, Teen Wolf, Marvel She-Hulk, Marvel Iron Fist, DC Supergirl, DC Krypton, DC Constantine, Marvel Hawkeye, Marvel Moon Knight, and Stranger Things. That, ladies and gentlemen, that is the list.
I've not seen 80% of the things on this list.
All right, and that's the thing, especially depending on where your fandom lies, depends on, what I'm saying, how much you could contribute to this list. As everyone knows, I am a huge Star Wars stan, Marvel stan. Yeah, but they got a lot. They got to answer up. They got some stuff to answer for, and there's a lot of other things on this list too that, some that didn't make our list that I really would have liked to. Okay, all right, hold on. Wait a minute. Look, what is going on, sir? What you doing on here?
I have to lay down some disclosures. I'm not medically fit to be a part of this live, but I had to come in and say what's up because I am shooting remotely. What's going on with y'all?
What's going on, boss? All right. I just wanted you. I was hoping that you would tune in and listen, but yeah. What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm out here in ATL, brother. Chilling.
Look, y'all see that smile? Look at him out on ATL, unsupervised, boy.
I have a good time. Look.
Don't come back with me.
I won't be able to stay here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Wow.
How we doing over here? How's everybody doing?
We doing all right, man.
I'm here with all my Morehouse brothers right here. So
okay. I only made it to 9 minutes in before I had to give the disclaimer already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because hey, there's a lot of people that's upset with your boy because they thought this was my list. Like these are shows I'm disappointed by.
I mean, Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Listen, well, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you jumping in here for however long you in here. And that really goes for everybody. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Without further ado, since we just went through the list of possible candidates to be voted in, let's go on and get to the list.
Okay.
Coming in at number 15 with a bullet. Wait a minute. Why are we acting up?
I think I was. Did that look?
I think I saw Heroes.
I saw a bit of a spoiler, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, that's because your boy ain't acting right. Okay. Do this again. See if I just pay attention, sis. Stop day drinking. All right.
Huh? Who's sir? Somebody said that.
I hear you, Rocky. Stop hating.
Yeah.
And
It's
you were right.
understandable.
It is Heroes. Now, if we are honest, Heroes was another one of those shows that had a lot of promise. I remember watching Heroes, and it was all about save the cheerleader. And then somewhere it went wrong. What did y'all agree on this, or did you anyone vote for this?
I didn't vote for it, but I fully support anybody who would, because it took a huge dip after season 1 because of the writer's strike.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it was like, man.
I loved it to the point where I looked past all the flaws, so it didn't disappoint me.
Yeah, I mean, I understood why it went down, but it was like, man, it was gonna be so good. And
It
then,
was. Now they continue. They really. I don't know if "try" is the optimal word, but they tried with Heroes and even brought it back for what was it, like Heroes Reborn or something like that?
Yeah, I like that, but it's
I
not
wasn't
nearly as
interested.
good, but it's good. I liked it still.
Part of the thing was, if the whole premise of the show is like you have a one-trick pony, so you have a premise of save the cheerleader.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't watched the show that's 20 years old, but sure. If you either do that or don't do that, what is left with the show? It's kind of like there was another show on this list that Twin Peaks, and it had a very specific premise.
The studio killed that one.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's the same reason for Heroes, but I felt like once you have gotten past that very specific premise and what drew everyone into it, like that was their log line: save the cheerleader.
The original intended concept would have worked, where every season was a brand new story with whole new characters, and the writer's strike pushed them into a corner where it was like, well, let's just write with what we know already.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. It just as they started killing off characters and figuring out new characters and new powers, it just, I don't know, it lost all the steam, and I was done. This is one of those ones that I can't remember if I voted for this one or not, but this is one of the ones that disappointed me highly because I thought the premise was great. And you called it Heroes. You had basically your main character named Hero, but then we went in a way that, I don't know, kind of took him out. You sidelined him, made him a backstory character. Like he wasn't even really in the story no more. So, all right, number 14.
ugh.
I don't know what this
It was
one
on
is.
my list.
This is the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
The CW's, and I don't want to say answer to Twilight because that's
what it was.
That's reduction. But the Vampire Diaries is better than Twilight. I mean, I don't know.
It was
about the books.
absolutely, but
I don't know about the books.
That's a very low bar.
I'm sorry. Just after a while, I was just like, I can't do this ish no more. I'm done.
Isn't this supposed to be like a beloved franchise though?
It is. It
is.
is.
I just,
Up until it ain't. It is.
It started off very lovely.
And here's the thing.
Started off
It was
great,
so
and
it
then
was
it
so
just-
it was so strong a show. It got like 2 or 3 spin-off shows
It did.
that worked for a while. It got
It did.
the originals and legacies. I
Mm-hmm.
think I know that, but I don't know. They made up a lot of vampire rules. Seemed like on the fly.
Yeah.
And they didn't
You were like, wait.
explain it. They just made up
They
some
were just
shit.
like, this
It's
is how
wait,
it is. And it's like, but why?
wait, you're a vampire.
sir.
You just go outside in the sun and frolic? Well, yes, I have on my special ring made up. What? You put a ring on? You didn't even put on, you know what I'm saying, suntan lotion. He just went on outside.
It's just got to a certain point, and it was like, everybody's stupid. I'm done.
Yeah, they started introducing wild shit. We got
And you were
clones.
like,
Now
did
we
it
got,
even
we got
need that?
witches,
No, it
we
did
got
not.
werewolves. We just doing
No,
all
I didn't
types of
mind
stuff out
that
here.
as much, but oh god, after a while, it was like I didn't even like the main characters anymore. It's like, man, when I don't like the main characters, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to be done.
I
with
haven't
this
seen
show.
a single thing about that show, and I'm disappointed based on what you guys are saying.
After a while, you're like,
it
nah,
started
I'm
off it started off strong. It had some promise. It was very YA. So this is up Chuck's alley 100%. He loves his YA shows, and you give me a YA show with some vampires in it or whatever, some supernatural monsters. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Right. That's why I started watching it.
You know, MTV did a show called Teen Wolf that worked until it didn't. But that was a late season when about the point it's about to go off. So, but yeah, this was a mess.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I couldn't. After a while, I was like, I'm done.
This show, show number 13, is on my list. I did put this on my list.
I liked this one. I wasn't disappointed at all.
I like that.
Marvel's Moon Knight. And
y'all thought this was a disappointment? What?
Maybe because it's canceled.
No, I put this on my list because it was canceled. It didn't get time to breathe.
Yeah.
They gave us 1 season. This show could have been amazing.
I'm ready.
I even think that some of the writing was timid. Like some of the writing in season 1 was kind of scary. Like they shied away from his whole schizophrenia thing and his different personalities for real. And understand sometimes you got to do some stuff to establish a character. He wasn't established anywhere else in the MCU. But I've liked Moon Knight almost as long as I've liked Black Panther, because Moon Knight is who Batman should be. Just violent, and not just beating up on poor people. You know what I'm saying? Just, I guess it doesn't help that he is that one personality is a complete serial killer psychopath.
I love that. That's my favorite part. That's one of my favorite parts.
Another thing is that
it's like everybody crazy. Yes.
That actor proved his range. Now that you see him in a couple of
Oscar Isaac, I think.
Yeah,
Oscar Isaac.
You see him in Star Wars. You see him in that Ex Machina. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but like you've seen him play all these different characters and convincingly. So
now, here's the problem for me.
I liked it.
Here's the problem for me. He needs to stop working for Disney. That's the problem. Disney done fumbled that man 3 times. 3. Same man. 3 of the highest, profile.
Yeah.
He was in X-Men. He was Apocalypse, and that was wrong from jump. That was just awful. So they fumbled him in X-Men. Then they put him as, again, not in order, but they put him as Moon Knight. And he, like you said, he showed incredible range being different people. Same reason why we love how Michael B. Jordan showed up as 2 completely different people as Sinners and was believable as 2 completely different people. This man showed up as 2 to 3 different personalities within the same person. Did a great job. And then they fumbled him in Star Wars as Poe Dameron. It's just, dog, you need to work for somebody else. Like, you need to.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
You know what? I can't even right now. But that's just the mouse. Like I said, I put this. This is one of my picks, not because this was a bad show, not because the show itself disappointed me. It had a lot of promise, and it was canceled way too soon. It didn't get a chance to breathe.
Facts.
So like I said, why things land on this list could be different. They could be disappointing you because they really pissed you off, or So since we're talking about that, let's talk about something that actually might piss you off. I know it did me.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Listen, when I tell you, when I tell you didn't miss nothing, listen, that is time I cannot get back. And what is his name? Anson Mount. Your strongest actor on the show played the king, Black Bolt. Here's the interesting thing about Black Bolt's character.
He was the reason to watch
He's mute. He doesn't talk. The strongest actor on the show plays a mute.
That's funny.
And here's not only that. If anybody's seen Star Wars: Strange New Worlds, know that man has a fabulous head of hair. Black Bolt has a, basically a gimp mask on the whole time, so you can't even see his hair.
Okay.
It don't get much worse than that. What's that dude's name? Rion something. Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones is in the show as one of the Eternals. I've never seen somebody with a more punchable damn face. Like, he just reeks punch. Like, he's one of the definitions. There was this movie years ago called Low Down Dirty Shame. And Jada Pinkett's character, she was so wrapped up in her soap operas. She seen one of the dudes that played some character in the soap operas, and she ran up and stole on him in public and went off about how he did some character on the show. That's what this dude looks like. This dude played Ramsay Bolton. Like, at this point, he is the definition of on site. I might whoop that dude's ass on site. And I guess that's saying that he plays his characters well, I guess. I don't know. But I wants to beat that man's ass. This show was, again, Marvel and Disney. That damn Disney, boy, I swear. They know how to destroy a franchise, destroy some shit. The House of the Mouse used to be cool. I don't know what they over doing. They practicing voodoo or some shit. I don't know what they doing because they just.
And that was on network television, right? That wasn't streaming.
That was that was on ABC.
Think about it though. Think about all the network Marvel shows.
I don't even remember the network Marvel shows. The only one I remember was this and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Which is actually also on the list, but
should be.
Yeah, so the only ones that were network, I remember, were this and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The other ones, you had the Netflix shows, and then the Disney Marvel shows, which, All right, we floating through this little list. Damn, did I skip one? I did. Look, I was so angry I didn't skip one. All right, this one's actually number 12. Marvel Inhumans was actually number 11. I did skip one, and it is. Don't listen. I know. Centel about to go off.
Oh, I know what I feel it. I can feel it. Oh no.
I haven't seen it, but
no.
Rubbish.
Oh my gosh.
Never used.
Listen, I don't know how much people are into Scooby Doo or whatever, but they came out with this concept for show with Velma she was clearly always the one solving all the crimes, and she was the smartest one in the little gang. But they did this show. I don't even know what to say about this shit. Like this was some god awful. I remember people complain about, okay, they race swapped Velma. Okay, now Velma's black, Shaggy's black.
Yeah, Shaggy was black. That's true. Shaggy was black.
I didn't give a shit about none of that. This show was awful. Because Velma, what's she like? Goth?
I don't even know was Velma black or was she Indian? I don't even remember.
You're right. I think you're right. I think she was Indian or something. Pakistani.
Indian. Yeah. She wasn't white. She was non-white.
Yeah. Shaggy was mixed. I don't even think he was. I think he was black. I don't know. This show was
well, I feel like they tried to recreate what happened with the Harley Quinn show, and the Harley Quinn show is chef's kiss. It's really good. If you haven't seen the Harley Quinn joint, y'all get in that. It was dope. But there was something lost in between what they tried to do with that Harley Quinn was able to be very successful with.
Yeah, but for Harley Quinn, it fit because it fit her character. Everything they did was in Harley Quinn was like the people who made the show were writing the show. They read the comics. They understood the character. It fit the narrative they're going on. They were just out here wilding. They say, you know what? How can we write for Generation Alpha without the input of Generation Alpha, Generation Z, Millennials, and we just gonna write some bullshit. They'll love it. They'll never know.
Wow.
And that's what they did. It was.
Well, who outside of me and Ricardo, anybody else watch Velma?
I didn't even know it existed until just now.
No clue.
I mean, I knew it existed. I just didn't have any desire to watch it.
Yeah, not every rehash works.
Sometimes you don't
I think
need
it's
it.
still going. Like they did at least 2 seasons. I know that.
If the main thing I'm asking is why, I don't watch it.
You know what? Do is change forms so many times. There's been like 10 different versions of the animated run. There's been like a couple renditions of the live action one. So you know, I guess it's one of those easier properties to kind of like experiment with.
I don't know. They should have left this shit alone. Here's nothing too. I remember that angered us quite a bit that they gave it a second season when there were better shows that they had canceled. And I can't remember what they were, but there were better shows. It's like, wait, this got canceled and they gave this a second season? Like, who are you marketing this to? Did you owe somebody? Was this a bet that you lost that you had to put this shit on for another season? Like, it didn't make any sense. Didn't make any. All right, let's see. So now we are in the top 10. Yeah, we're in the top 10.
All right, so I know a lot of times when we get to the top 10 or to the top 5 where we talk about who people's supposed like number 1 is. I'm just curious. Does anybody have like a
No.
we can do it now because we're flowing through these pretty quickly, so we can do it now. Like, anybody have any guesses, any predictions on what would be in the top 10? I mean, no. What's number 1? What's going to be the show that disappointed people the most?
It's hard to say because a lot of things I haven't seen, and I didn't click anything I didn't see. To be fair.
Okay. Now, but out of what you saw, what was the one? Give me your number 1. What disappointed you the most?
I would say Iron Fist.
That's got to be top 3.
Listen, that right there, that's a strong contender for some bullshit right there. But
here's my argument with that.
Hold on. Don't give me your argument just yet, because
all right,
we may or may not get to talking about that particular wonderful project that it is. Sherelle, what was your number 1?
I don't know. There's so many. My personal number one was Firefly, but that's just because I was like, why? I need more. But that's just because I liked it so much.
Firefly was one of the projects that I picked too, and I had to let it go because it actually did not make our list of top 15.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's one of those things that too, because again, reading is fundamental, and it just one of those things that people didn't read. It did not make the list because
people were
it had more than one
overall
season. It had one.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one season of Firefly?
Yeah, only one season.
Firefly had one season and then one spin-off movie. And I have never seen Firefly. I have seen the movie. So
I've only seen the movie also.
I became familiar with the lore of Firefly after I saw the movie. And I want to watch Firefly. I just haven't found the time. But I hear that people that are like way hard about brand coats. As a matter of fact, what's crazy, it just recently, Nathan Fillion's on the show called The Rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And he did some little teasers, some promos where he went around to, I don't know, different sets and popped up on a lot of people who were in the original, the Firefly, and made it seem like
they were about to
come back or something. Yeah, it's time to get the band back.
You never know.
So I don't know. All right. Frank, what was your number one?
I think my number one that I picked, it was Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Because that hype sold it way up there, and my experience with it was way down there.
Okay. And we'll talk about that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's going to be interesting. So, Centel.
Yeah, I was over here just trying to share the list with some of my comrades and try to get them into the conversation. For me, it's hard to beat Game of Thrones. It's because it started so high and then ended so low. Game of Thrones doesn't make like the top 3. Yeah, not even top 10, not top 5, top 3. I would be a little disappointed because I think everybody's expecting something grand, including the creators of the show, and it just did not deliver.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm looking through the comments right now. So Firefly is super hot at the Comic-Cons. I could imagine Firefly gave a wonderful world, like the world building that they did in that one season was phenomenal. Who was the writer of that?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I know that he's famous for other stuff. I don't know.
Was Joss Whedon?
Is it Joss Whedon?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Joss Whedon wrote Firefly?
It says creator, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that wouldn't surprise me then.
Yeah, that was a.
He's not a good human being, but he's a hell of a writer. I'll give him that.
Hey, I like Buffy, so.
Yeah.
But that's funny because
I'm not saying anything to promote that man, but I mean, game recognized game. He's a hell of a TV writer. I won't deny that man that.
At the very beginning, we kind of had that list because when I gave the first disclaimer, it's not that all these shows either disappointed you, underwhelmed you, angered you, but they also could have been that they ended too soon, never got a chance to shine. And we said one of those, I know that you and I did a reaction to, was Dead Boy Detective Agency.
Yeah.
But again, to your point about Joss Whedon, whatever Neil Gaiman did off screen got all of his projects canceled one time. He had another show, he had a movie, he had the Sandman and that show, and everything that he was working on got shut down. So, I guess sometimes it happens. Yeah. Velma does go in the category of why. Listen, y'all have no idea. I remember
no lies being told though on that though.
Did we do a reaction for Velma?
I don't. I know it's on the channel, at least season 1. I don't know if we did it together or if it was a solo.
Definitely not during my era.
I think we did it together. We finished season 1. I know season 2 came out. We was like, hell no.
Nah, we was good. Yeah, we was good on that.
Yeah, we good on this. All right, let's see. So we are in the top 10. And come on, let's talk about it. Number 10, where you is? There we go. Star Wars, The Acolyte.
I did not see it, but I heard many things.
I would go as far as to say it wasn't necessarily a disappointment. I think it just might not have met the average consumer's expectations.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I didn't think it was nearly as bad as everybody claimed it to be. I mean, did it have issues? Yeah, it definitely had issues, but like some people are making it sound like it was the worst thing Star Wars has ever put together, and it's not that.
The holiday special still exists.
That's reserved for Boba Fett and Han Solo. Not Han Solo. Yeah, Han Solo and Obi-Wan. Those three by themselves are way worse.
All right, go ahead, Donnie.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna be on this island by myself, but that's the one and only time for one of my most beloved franchises that I allowed everyone else to convince me not to watch it. I've watched everything Star Wars and have probably different opinions than most because I like most. I'm one to tend to look for the good. That's the one show I heard just way too much negative stuff. And I'm not like this. I don't let anybody convince me of anything when it comes to something that I enjoy. But that's the one Star Wars show that I did not watch because of outside influence.
Here's what I will say. And it does slightly echo what Centel had to say. I'm glad that we watched the show. And if you go back and watch our reaction, we may have been on the island. I don't think anyone had any reaction anywhere similar or even close to what we were saying. And I think that's because we had a completely different perspective. One being Black reactors. Part of the people being pissed off about the show was I'm much melanin. Shit, it's late. That shit. We just got finished with Black History.
Too much melanin. Okay.
Yes. And and there's always that show when the shows feature a lot of people of color or a diverse cast, people lose their shit. They're used to the farm boy from Space Kansas. That's what they want. Give us our Skywalker. Yes, Space Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that makes me want to watch it. That makes me want to watch it.
Listen, if you watch it for no other reason than Jodie Turner Smith.
Oh, okay.
My God. Oh, that woman.
I think I just need to watch it because everyone is saying it's bad. And you know me, all the ones you hate is the ones I love.
So I am.
No, I agree with Centel. This show is flawed. Highly flawed. However, the one thing that I loved about the show, there's always been the assumption that even with the receipts, that Jedi equals good, Sith equals bad.
Did they watch any of the movies?
Right. Like the most famous Sith of all of them, Darth Vader, is a fallen Jedi. Well, how'd he fall? Because he turned bad. Darth Tyrannus, you know what I'm saying? Count Dooku is a fallen Jedi. He turned bad. And there's a bunch more of them.
Gray.
There's a bunch more of them that turned to the dark side. And the fact that also another thing I had a problem with this show was they really did show the Jedi, and this is supposed to be during the High Republic, like 5,000 years before the Skywalker legacy or some shit like that. They showed the Jedis as like cosmic police force, like they were the police, and it didn't go well for them. And it just, and it's like, wait, some of the police are corrupt? No.
Oh my God!
Who would have ever thought of that. That doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah, that's not
Concept is
realistic.
that?
So that's why I love the show. They did have a couple things that were amazing in the show. They have this new character, the stranger, amazing. They had episode 5 is one of not the greatest, but it is a great sword lightsaber fight. It's the best of this entire show. So it did have some great things about it. It did have a lot of flaws. It did have some suspect writing and some other suspect shit going on, but not nearly as bad as what people say. Yes, Dominica, you're right. Yeah, black, a lot of women. Oh, also, and there can't possibly be lesbians in space. Like, how does that happen? Like,
did it?
I hate that they teased us with Dark Plagueis. Not saying that it would have happened or wouldn't have, but there was a tease of the possibility of Dark Plagueis. And
for those of y'all out there, you're not adept at your
outside of the
Star
books and the
Wars
comics, I think mainstream Star Wars doesn't really know a story.
Yeah, Darth Plagueis is Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine from all the other Star Wars. He was his master. So, yeah, they gave us a tease. And, you know, and like you said, a lot of people are not familiar with who he is or what he was about. And I think one thing that bothered me too is one of the biggest Star Wars reactors, I guess the biggest Star Wars reactor, Star Wars Theory. And he was so dead set, like, against the show. Like, he was against the show damn near since before it came out. And he went off on the show. And his little angry mob of people joined right in with him. And just, yeah, I agree with this. Janet F. The Acolyte could have gotten second season. Huge potential. Great concept. They gave up on it too soon. I still think the writing was problematic. I think it ended well. For as slow as it started, it ended well. And there was some real potential to the show.
How many episodes was it? Was it long?
What was it, like 8 episodes? Centel? Do you know?
It was 8.
I'm not exactly sure how high the episode count was.
I think it was only 8.
Y'all know what Disney be out here doing.
Yeah, they had the main character, but the main Jedi in it was the guy. I can't remember his name. The guy who was the lead character from the Squid Games.
Yeah, it was 8 episodes.
However, Amanda Stenberg, who's been in a lot of things, most famous, I guess, is being Rue in the Hunger Games. Yeah. She was the main character. And then they sold the other main character as Carrie Ann Moss. And yeah. I'm not going to tell you about that because Donnie, you said you haven't seen it. Sherelle, you said you want to see it now. I think you should see it. I really do. I think you should see it. So I don't give a shit what other people say. But as far as, again, Beyonce's Internet, this is one of those ones that came in is at the top of a lot of lists of being one of the most disappointing TV shows I've ever seen. So,
well, the guy that played that was in Squid Game, that was the lead. Lee Jung-jae. Lee Jung-jae, excuse me. I'm not. Maybe you all in the chat can correct me on this, but I want to say this was like his big American break. And I remember when Jackie Chan, people forget when Jackie Chan's American break, when he did
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx. It wasn't necessarily the best role for him coming to American audiences. It took a second before it became like mainstream. I kind of feel it's kind of like that same energy when it came to the Acolyte. You know, his first debut might not have hit the nail right on the back because he was kind of, I don't know, not very interesting. But maybe his next project, because you obviously have the chops to carry Squid Game the way it does. Sometimes when an international star comes over to the States, it takes a second for them to catch their sea legs, right, in order to be a little bit comfortable. So I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff from him. But this one wasn't necessarily it for him.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you get this guy who's the main star of the Squid Games, like at the time the most watched Netflix show in history. So he's like, oh, a lot of people are going to tune in and see this show, maybe just because of this guy, you know, a huge international market. But it's strange that the writing and the way that they crafted the story, another person emerged for that huge international market and American market. Another person became the gem of that show and stood out, and you know, and didn't have many scenes, but he stood out, and became, you know, basically what you want them to base a season 2 off of. So again, yeah, he was literally working out and learning English for the show. Yes, that is true. Because I think he had gotten in decent shape for the Squid Games. And people forget that the Squid Games was a one and done. Squid Games was one season, story was done. And then Netflix came along, and the guy who wrote the Squid Games, they threw an incredible bag of money at that guy. It's like, you sure you don't want to do a season 2? He's like, well, shit. He's like, listen,
like,
if y'all talking right, I could do a season 3 even. And that's like, yeah. And they're like, how you think about spinoffs? So now they're supposed to be doing, allegedly, some Squid Games America, Squid Games Mexico City, or something. Like, yeah, this dude is like, yes, let these checks keep.
I'm excited for Mexico City. I can't lie. That's gonna be.
Yep, I'm not excited for America. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah,
Squid Games would be the most unhinged one, though.
It's
America feels like Squid Games already. Like, no, we don't want to see that shit.
Exactly.
It's too close. You know, like it's too close to home already. What do you mean?
Isn't The Boys doing Mexico City as well as a spinoff as well?
Allegedly.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what that looks like, what that culture brings to the storytelling.
I don't know. It depends on if the Boys even keeps rocking, because you know this is their final season. Their final season is going to start in a few weeks. Gen 2 is canceled. They're done with that. So who knows? That's a great thing, Massavoy. And actually, they are working on a second season of Extraordinary Attorney Woo. One of the problems that I didn't know with delayed production was that many of the guys in the cast, all Korean men, I think. I don't know about women. They are required to do at least 2 years in the military.
Yep, they have to.
Yeah, so
about a certain age too.
A lot of the men in the cast had to go serve their 2 years. So now all of them are done. They're all back. So the entire cast is back, and I think they are working on season 2. Again, another thing, they don't shoot multiple seasons of K-dramas. They do not. They do one season. They give you like 22 episodes, and they done. That's it. But they do the second season for this. So okay, all right.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I didn't want to be rude and just tap out, but I am. The night's about to persist. So thank you all so much. I wish I could stay a little bit longer.
Listen. Before you go, be good to yourself. Don't get in no trouble. Listen, I only got so much bail money, so you know what I'm saying. Listen, like,
wow.
Listen, he is out here. He is untethered. He is off. Listen, he's off the porch. He's outside in these streets.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, got him a fresh. He's in the streets.
He's for the streets.
All right, man. You and the fellas, y'all have a good time, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, thanks for dropping in.
All right, no doubt. Peace.
All right. Listen, I know he's in Atlanta. Some place of questionable repute is going to get a whole bunch of ones from him tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Be putting his business out there like that?
No, I don't know that for real. He ain't telling me this I do. But that would be funny.
It would.
Like, where you get all these $1 bills from? See what happened was. All right. Number, I think because we just said we're in the top 10 now. We're in these top 10 streets. Okay, now put my list back up. All right. Star Wars The Acolyte was number 10. Number 9. I know Centel's not seen this show, but
Haven't seen it either.
Oh, I like that show, but yeah, it got canceled or it dipped after season 1.
Now, here's the thing about the 100. The 100 was a YA, a sci-fi, young adults drama. I want to say it was on the CW, maybe.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I think
it was.
Yeah, I think it was
so.
on the CW. It went for 7 seasons, maybe. I want to say, I don't know. Maybe the first 3-4 seasons were really good, and just like anything, once you start going too long and you don't have a real direction, you never, like some writers sit down and say, okay, I have a 5-season arc of this show. I already know where I want it to begin.
Right.
I know where I want it to end. And, and a lot of times we don't even get that. We'll get 1, 2, maybe 3 seasons. We won't get the finish of the story. I don't know if they had any idea. I think they was like, all right, we got like 2 seasons. And then every season after that, they just like pulling it out their ass. I don't know what's going on. The thing is, the show had a fantastic premise.
Mm-hmm.
It had some fantastic acting on it. Basically, we do what we do. We have tore up the earth. We've ravaged the earth, and we have to leave the earth. And they have, I don't know, like star stations, you know what I'm saying, in space or whatever. We have these stations. And they said it's been, I don't know, 100 years or so since everyone has left Earth, to whatever the ravages of nuclear war or whatever it is we did to Earth. So people have been gone from Earth for a long time. A lot of these children and stuff are born on a space station. And it just so happens that they want to start repopulating the Earth, but they're not sure if it's safe yet. So they figure out, it's like, you know what? Let's send 100 people down to the Earth. But what we're going to do is we're going to empty the jails. But it wasn't empty the jails.
They say teenagers. Teenage criminals.
The teenagers. Yes, the juvies. I don't know. I think the adults, I think the only reason they're in jail is because they're juveniles. I think the adults, I think they space their ass. I think they put them in an airlock and get rid of them. Judge, jury, executioner.
Wow.
We ain't putting you in no damn jail and feed you and bathe you. You guilty? Get your ass out in space. Like you dead today. You got sentenced today, dead today. No appeals, no none of that. Like,
and there's no exaggerations in any of that.
Yeah, and I think the only reason why they were in jail in juvie was because they were juveniles. So they said they're gonna send them to Earth. You guys call back up, let us know how it's going. And then, of course, what could go wrong? You sent a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds down to Earth to figure it the hell out. Oh, they figured it out all right. It's a shit show, which is actually a good damn show. And like I said, once we got to the later episodes where they kind of, I don't know, damn, they're running out of ideas, then it's kind of like,
running out of ideas.
Yeah, they start doing shit and later ideas like I don't know, it's time travel or stepping through portals. I don't know what the hell's going on. I was like, what? Y'all just. I
kind of checked out after season 1. I gave season 2 a shot, and I was like, I'm not into it as much.
No, season 2 got. I'm gonna say maybe the first 2-3 seasons. We start figuring out some stuff about the people. It was decent, but like I said, it went for 7 seasons, and it was good until it wasn't. So. All right, next show on the list. This one should be one to talk about because I'm pretty sure, Sherelle, you've seen this one. I don't know about you, Frank. I don't know, Donnie.
I know it's vampire related, but that's it.
This is HBO's True Blood.
Oh, I heard it was
that one. No,
you haven't seen this? I am surprised.
I saw a scene of it and I was like, "Oh, that's a lot, even for me." So yeah, no.
Listen. Me saying it was on HBO should tell you everything that you need to know.
And that's what one of the scenes that I saw.
Listen,
basically, just girl's head and turned it all the way around. And
I've seen little bits.
That's a little bit much for me.
Like I've seen bits when it was on.
They had some real action, some real violence, and then it's HBO. So listen, they're gonna have some sex scenes. They have a vampire glamour or somebody have a sex scene. That was visceral, like
it was a lot.
It was a lot. I want to say that. I want to say this show went for multiple seasons.
I think it was like 7. Looks like 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I don't know if I saw all 7. Okay, well, 7. Shit, I didn't know it went that many. I want to say I finished the show, but I don't know because I don't know, somewhere around season 3 or 4 somewhere, it started to take a turn. It turned right in the middle, and then it got good again. I think they brought in werewolves. It got good, and then they started doing some wild shit. I was like, what the hell is going on? But that's the one thing though. There's like, you know what? We have a consistent through line. The super sexy sex still there all the way through. Even when the shows was bad, well, the sex was good.
Okay.
Even when the show was bad, the violence was good. As a matter of fact, I think the violence got better when the plot got worse because you just now we out here just killing everybody. Everybody.
See, that actually makes me want to watch it.
Hey, it's strong. Hold on, let me tell you who. All right, so there was an actor on the show, Nelson Ellis. He played the character of Lafayette Reynolds. Lafayette was Lafayette, and this show was set in Bontemps, Louisiana. So if that tells you anything, Bontemps, Bontemp, Bontemps, Louisiana. Lafayette Reynolds was a black man. I think he had been in the military. He was a cook at the local little dive bar. But he was a flamboyant gay. When I tell you he is the greatest character on that goddamn show, he said all the things that you'd be like, exactly, like all the things that you want to say, or the things that you said in your head, he said them on the show. And he wasn't no punk. There's one episode where a dude's complaining about him being gay, making his hamburger or something. That scene alone right there should got him an Emmy. I mean, goddamn.
I think I've seen a clip of that actually.
Yeah, hey, that clip is like that, where he cussed that man out and eat your motherfucker. I said,
and everybody was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
like, yeah, you
go
better
eat the
leave
damn
that man
burger.
alone. Yeah.
I don't want to sideline, but that we have a super chat.
What? Oh. Thank you, Wolfio. I don't have the soundboard. Have we talked about Spartacus? We have not.
No.
And Spartacus,
I don't think it was on the list.
It was not on the list. Again, one of those things that, and thank you for bringing that up because I would love to have talked about Spartacus. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't put it on the list. Spartacus, you're right. Spartacus season 1 was peak. Spartacus actor. All right, so season 1, the main character of Spartacus was played by an actor named Andy Whitfield. And here's the thing, Andy Whitfield was very, not the same, but kind of Chadwick Boseman. You never knew that he was actually sick. The whole time he was filming the show, he was sick. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So after they finished the first season, he did something else, another project where you could see how sick he was, because he had lost a lot of weight. And he was like, wait a minute, what is going on? and then he passed before they ever got season 2 going. So where they actually had to pivot. They did something. They did a small season with some other characters that kind of tied in. So it was like it was a spinoff. So after season 1, they did a spinoff. And when they came back for season, 3 or season 2, however they had another actor in as what is his name? His name is Liam McIntyre. He replaced Andy Whitfield.
Oh, okay.
And he did the following, I don't know, 4 seasons or whatever. And he was decent, but he wasn't Andy Whitfield. Like Andy Whitfield embodied the character of Spartacus. And I think it made it harder for people to deal with it after you knew what happened to him. It's kind of like, a lot of people got bent on shape because they didn't immediately replace Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. But that was the same thing in Spartacus. Like, they couldn't. They was like, hold on. We can't find another dude that was him. So they pivot. They, did a pivot. They did a whole nother spinoff. They found a great character, a little guy who played a character named Gannicus. He was cool. He still wasn't Spartacus. So when they came back to the season, they're like, all right, we got to replace him. And they brought in Liam McIntyre. He was cool, but he just didn't have the same.
Yeah, that sounds like what they did with New Girl, where the main girl, the new girl, left the show for a while.
Zoe Deschanel left New Girl?
Yeah, for like a whole season or something.
For real?
Yeah.
That's probably, I had stopped watching by that point because I just, okay. I did not know that. But then, yeah, she came back though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The funny thing about Spartacus is back on TV now. Like, it's actually on Stars. They just had a season. But the season it deviates. So something happened right around the end of the show, and I'm not going to say it for people who didn't watch it. I only know because I was going to watch it. I was like, wait a minute. I thought the one that's on TV now is like an alternate universe. If X, Y, and Z didn't happen in the first show, then what would it look like? And that's the premise of the new show, House of Asher. Yeah, I've actually heard it was the new show is actually great. It goes right back to the spirit of what the Spartacus show was about. So, all right, thank you about that. Yes. The brother Peter Mensah was outstanding as well, and you probably seen Peter Mensah in other things. He was the trainer of the gladiators. He's got a real distinct look, like he's got a real, I don't want to say like sunken face, but he's got a real distinct face, and he was outstanding on the show. Lucy Lawless was on the show. There were a number of people that were on the show that really showed up. It was a good show, but season 1. Absolutely, Wolfio, you're absolutely right. Season 1 was peak. So thank you for the super chat, and thank you for shouting that out, Frank, because I was not in the chat. I did not see. Yeah, that's funny, Rocky. I did not know that. True Blood was good. The books were horrible. Yes, I know that True Blood came from a series of books very much the same as
that's always funny to
me. Twilight, shit like that. Yes, the Adventures of Sookie Stackhouse. Sookie, I am vampire. Which is funny because the lead actor, the guy who plays Bill Compton on the show, he's the lead vampire. He's the main vampire. Him and the actress who played Sookie Stackhouse, who was Rogue in the first X-Men movies, actually ended up getting married in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, off of this show, she believed him. I am vampire. Said, okay. Yes, and Sookie's accent was horrible. This her down south Louisiana, like this. Like the actor who plays Bill Compton, he's a vampire. He's a Southern gentleman, I guess, or whatever. He was actually a general or something. He was in the Confederate Army. So he's been a vampire for a few hundred years. He's actually British in real life. His accent is atrocious. And this is also the show where what's the name blew up off of this show because he was magnetizing. He was charismatic. Alexander Skarsgård. So the real tall Alexander Skarsgård. He did The Northman. He did Murderbot.
Yeah,
that's Skarsgård. This is the show that he became famous. Also, someone else he became famous off the show was Joe Manganiello, that ended up marrying Sophie Vergara and been in was in Magic Mike. Joe Manganiello became famous. I don't know. He showed up season 4 or some shit. I don't know. All right. Back to the list. All right. True Blood. Okay. This one. Ooh. Help me, Father.
Oh, boy. I didn't even see this one.
Yeah, and it's only because I couldn't get a one. So DC's Batwoman played, I want to say it had 3 seasons. Maybe 4. I don't even know where to begin with this shit.
I heard nothing good about it, so I just didn't watch it.
Same here.
Now here's the thing, I don't know, because again, you know, that little mask of racism shows up and shows out. But to be fair, the first season, maybe the first 2 seasons of the show had a different actress as Batwoman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes. So they had Cassie Kane was played by what is her face? Ruby Rose. Now Ruby Rose is she's a beautiful woman. She's I don't know, kind of androgynous. I know she was in one of the John Wick movies. She was in a XXX movie. I won't say she's a model. I don't know what she actually does. I guess she's an actress. She played Cassie Kane, who is a cousin, first cousin or something like that to Batman. The premise of the show is Batman has disappeared. It is assumed that he is dead. She is a soldier. She's, I don't know, spec ops or some shit. I don't know. She comes back from being deployed to go to the funeral. They're having a funeral for Batman or whatever. And she's now the head of the Wayne Corporation. She's the boss. And she stumbles upon the Batcave. And she's like, wait, Bruce, you was hiding all this? You know, you're a billionaire and you got time to go out in the night and beat up poor people? Well, shit, I'd like to try that.
Beat up poor people.
Yeah, that never gets old.
She's like, I would like to try that. That sounds fun. And so she does. And so she's out here, you know, Cassie Kane, you know, CEO of Wayne Enterprises by the day, and Batwoman whooping Poe ass at night. And she's got a little cast of characters that help her or some shit. It's just
I think that I see another super chat.
So it's depressing. Okay, Wolfio. All right. Tell you, listen, anything to distract me, have me not have to talk about Batwoman. I don't even want to get into season 2 or 3 when they switched over from Ruby Rose to Javisha Leslie. And I love me some Javisha Leslie. That is one fine woman. But it wasn't even nearly enough. It just ugh. All right. I hate the shows who kill the main character for cheap gas, like How to Get Away with Murder. Alexander Skarsgård, he was on Zoolander. He was one of the 4 models that Zoolander that Ben Stiller was kicking around. They were riding around in a little Jeep, and then they went to the gas station and had a great time at the gas station. That shit was, yeah, but that was Alexander Skarsgård on that. So there's, you know, and we're talking about shows. I don't know if they did this before or after Game of Thrones. because Game of Thrones made it almost popular
Yep.
to kill off your main characters.
Yeah, that was one of the forefront to do it.
Yeah, because nobody kills off the dude in the poster. What? They don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, goodness gracious.
Even though it's interesting because I hear Sean Bean, who played Ned Stark in Game of Thrones.
He does in everything.
He's now famous for being like killed in every goddamn project he does. Like every
they just want him to
project.
die.
I think if he gets a script where he makes it to the end, I think he's surprised. Like, wait, hold on, I lived.
I don't die.
I don't die. Yeah. Is my paycheck the same though? Do I get more if I die? Like,
he probably. He's probably like,
he'll probably pick it up with his agent. It's like, hey, it's in my contract. I have to die.
Yeah. It's like, you sure you don't want a love scene or nothing? No. I need a wonderful death scene. That's what I need. Like, so I don't know, but you're right. When they do it for cheap gas, like How to Get Away with Murder, which is on the list, and unfortunately did not make it into the top 15, but it's on the list. How to Get Away with Murder. I stopped watching. Like I want to say, I got into season 2, I think, and stopped watching because just I don't know, something about it just it lost my interest because I was confused on what kind of show was I watching. Like, is this? I mean, I know she's a law professor.
Yes, but it was like, they had her out here just cold as hell.
That was like, so much other stuff going on. Yeah, I was just like, what am I watching?
After a while, it was just too damn much. She was like, really?
Yeah. I
didn't know if she was gonna punch somebody or kiss them. It was like, dang, what are we gonna do? I don't understand. That was a lot. But Viola killed that shit though. Everything they ever asked her to do, she killed.
Yeah, Viola. I mean, but Viola's Viola. But I felt like, as far as the show, the writing of the show, the show focused more on her outfits and her wigs than they focused on the damn story.
Yeah.
Hey, because I can't even front. She was sharp
all the time.
Listen, that was not the same woman who's feeding you shit pie in the Help. Listen, this woman was sharp.
They made sure, honey.
Yes. She looked like a runaway slave in the Help, but and that's okay. But in How to Get Away with Murder, she was sharp as hell every show. Yeah, I was like, okay, those are Louboutins she got on. I mean, pay less. Ain't that shit from other movies she been on? Even though that other movie she did here recently, she was pretty sharp in. The one where she played the president, G20. It was like an Amazon movie. She played the president. It's actually pretty decent. It's flawed, but it's better than you would think.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm just looking at photos of it. And I see what you mean.
Yeah, she played the president.
Not badass in that one.
Yeah, she's badass because she's a former soldier that ends up becoming president, and then
with the Tina Turner arms.
Yeah, yes, Tina Turner arms. Yeah, she ain't playing. She got them Angela Bassett joints.
Yes.
And Dominica, I do know that was Octavia Spencer with the pie, but I'm just saying, they was in the same movie. I know Octavia Spencer was the one serving up doo-doo pie.
I'm sorry, it was fun. That was hilarious.
That was nasty, for real. Oh, and you ain't lying about that. Yes, Viola Davis in Woman King, and she was amazing in that. They had a strong cast in that. There was a strong cast of strong black women, and John Boyega. But good movie. All right, I agree. It was an interesting and somewhat flawed film. Yeah. Huh. I never watched this. 13 Reasons Why. When they started humanizing the rapists, I was done. I didn't put 13 reasons.
I was never gonna watch that.
Why on this list? Only because I've never heard of anybody being disappointed in the show. Like, I've only heard people really love this show. Just like, what's that other show? This kind of like You.
Yeah, that was my shit. I ain't gonna lie, I like that one.
It was like a stalker serial killer type shit.
It was good.
I've never heard of anybody disappointed with these shows, so that's why 13 Reasons Why I did not put on the list.
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
I started to watch one episode and I turned that shit off mid-episode. I was like, what the? This ain't for me.
Oh yeah, no, that I was never gonna watch that.
Not for me.
No. Subject matter. I
I
was like,
couldn't
no, I'm
understand.
good.
I couldn't understand why it became big. And I remember, I think when it first came on, I was still teaching. So my students, and you're talking about middle school students, 8th grade, they were all watching 13 Reasons Why and You and stuff. And I was like,
oh, You was bomb though.
who is letting y'all watch this shit? Like, y'all need to have y'all's cable taken out or whatever. Like, yeah. So anyway, You was good, but the last season, yeah.
I like how they ended it, but yeah, I get that last season was
You was amazing
like,
every season. Again, these are shows us why they didn't make the list, because I've never heard people say bad stuff about them for real. So
that damn Joe.
now this I didn't know. Former James Bond executive producer Barbara Broccoli was an executive producer in The Woman King. I did not know that. I could see that though. I could see that. So didn't know that.
The hell? Okay.
All right.
These comments, man. Whew. Whew.
What?
Okay. They on one today.
Oh.
Okay.
That I know. Are you talking about this one?
Yeah. What ladies are you?
Use what most ladies want without the creep.
I'm good.
I don't know.
That's
we might have to take a poll on that.
Joe is a bit much.
No, there's the meme or whatever where like depending on whether they're attracted to you or not, it'll come off as creepy, or there's no denying it's creepy no matter what side of it you're on.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, sure.
The thing he didn't do was low jack the girls. I mean, dang.
You goes on the category of no, thank you. Big facts.
But the show is good though. I mean, yeah, but it could be me,
good.
but still, yeah, it couldn't be me because Joe would already die.
The reason why I'm being blunt is all about white privilege and them humanizing these subhuman people because they're rich and white and they get away with anything. Hey, that show, season 1 was good. Okay.
Yeah, I was never gonna watch that one. Yeah, just
all right.
No, good.
Glass cages are creepy. Yeah,
of course they are, but they weren't supposed to be for people.
And
it wasn't supposed to be for people.
Some people are into creeps. Hell,
man,
they even found them in the voting box. But I digress. All right. Listen.
Wow.
Listen.
I don't even know what number we were on now.
It's like you say. It's like you say. You ain't never tell a lie.
Hey. All right. So we are on number 6. We're on number 6, almost to the top 5. So number 6 is another show that I don't even know if disappointed is the word.
Oh, I never watched it.
I loved it. I understand why people didn't, but
I'm leaving this up here because this is part of the damn reason. Why? Like, this is She-Hulk. That's like putting the Hulk on there. Like, we're going to advertise the Hulk. Let's put him in a Speedo. She is an attorney. She's a damn attorney at law, but every chance they got, they put her in a broad top. They put her.
Oh, she can be in a tank top? No, apparently not.
No, it's just the point of over sexualizing this show.
Hey, the Hulk went shirtless every opportunity.
That's because he bust out of that shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't go from being 5'10" to 8'12" every show. I don't care what kind of spandex you got on, it ain't gonna span. I don't know. This show, I think this is one of those shows, again, a Disney show, a Marvel show, where the writers of the show clearly did not understand the character. I don't think they read any of the previous She-Hulk comics. There's like, okay, she's a cousin of the Hulk. She's strong. She's a lawyer. All right, that's all we need to know. No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
never
I
disagreed
just
with
saw
it.
a clip that said she was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I'm done.
Yes,
There's
Megan
no
Thee
need.
Stallion was one
There
of her
was no
clients,
need. Okay.
and Megan Thee Stallion came into the office again. Another, gratuitous celebrity cameo. Okay, sure, whatever.
Okay. Yeah,
But
no.
Yeah, but
once
you
she,
can
I'm
brush that
good.
one off a little
once,
bit because there's
once,
a post-credit scene.
yeah, and once she,
Okay.
solved her case, yes, they twerked together in the office. In the office
But
at her
somebody had to
law
CG
office.
that crap. Really? Okay.
Yes, because it was the She-Hulk. It wasn't. And here's the thing: they got a great actress, Tatiana Maslany, who
Yeah,
was
she's
in
great.
what's it? God damn it! Why do I always it's not Black Mirror. What was the show she was in? Orphan. What shit?
Oh, I know what you're talking
Orphan
about.
Black.
Yeah.
Orphan
Okay.
Black. Yeah, Orphan Black. That's why the black part. I was gonna say Black Mirror. It's not Black Mirror. It's Orphan Black. And she had wonderful range where she plays all these different characters. She's got great range. She's a great actress. They got her to play Jennifer Walters, her regular ego. And then they CG'd her, you know what I'm saying, to play She-Hulk. It's just there's so much wrong with this show. There's and here's the thing. Also, Jennifer Walters is one of the few comic book characters who, in the comics, breaks the fourth wall. Like Deadpool, she breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to the audience. They couldn't even do that shit right. It's like you have Deadpool movies to even see how to do that right. They couldn't even do that right. It's just, this shit was a mess.
Wow.
It was bad. I mean, bad.
I have it on my list. I appreciated it mainly because of that, because I was like, it had to be breaking the fourth wall, so I did appreciate that. The one issue I did have with it actually had nothing to do with her. We're supposed to have this interconnected universe, sharing characters and whatnot. Daredevil.
Oh, dog.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's all. That was my only, and I mean hard. It's up there with another show I don't think it's on this list, but I got to mention Echo and what they did with Fisk in that one, where you had these people not playing according to character and living proof that while they may know of these characters from the comic books, they have not watched the shows or vice versa or both. And that was my running problem with that, especially towards the end of the show.
You know what's crazy too, Donnie? Because like I said, when I put together this list, I went mostly off of what the internet said. And surprisingly, if I'm just pulling stuff out of my head, Echo would have definitely been on this list. I hated Echo. I hated that whole damn show. I understand the value of representation. I think the Native American culture to have this character show up on TV and be represented, to be seen, is amazing. I also think though that the shit was lazy. I mean, because really, if you go back and you watch a show, where's the representation at? They show like a general store. They put a few trinkets in the background or something. Like there's no real representation. It's not like we went to Wakanda. We went to Wakanda. Wakanda is fake as hell, and I was ready to pack my shit and move.
Okay, I was like, can I go now? Can I go right now?
Yes, and you got to understand enough about Wakanda. They had 6 hours. This damn Echo was 6 shows long. And she was from some small town in Oklahoma somewhere or something. There was zero representation. And I was just like, okay, I mean, if they like it, I love it. But I just think that the shit was lazy as hell. And it didn't really explain to their culture. And then the writing, again, Daredevil, Fisk, even Echo. I don't even think by the 6th episode, I don't even think they explained what the hell her powers was. What did she do? And it's so different from what's in the comics. It was sad. Again, I didn't put it on the list because apparently a lot of people like that show. I'm confused.
Only because there's not much of anything Native American anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like the little bit you can get and scratch and claw for. Like I remember my cousin calling me up saying, you may want to check this out. And then when I looked, I was like, oh, I recognize a few things. And I said, wow, this has not been done before, because it's not. It's like you just don't see this.
And
think about it. You can't get on no reservation just like that to really do this properly. You can't.
No.
You can't. They're not allowing
You know how much money I would charge?
No, so like I said, I understand for the point of representation, that I give them props for that, and I just think that they let that character down. That show was a letdown, and I understand that the community had to be like, hey, we got our time in the sun, and maybe they didn't put the kind of money or put the time and effort they did in the Black Panther or whatever, but we out here. We got a Native American hero. We gonna stand behind her and rock with her. And I rock with Echo on that thing too. I think that they did Echo a disservice by not really pouring into the lore and giving that community the type of show that it deserved. It did not get the type of show it deserved. Oh, listen. And actually, and this is not offensive. It was literally 2 white hair writers. That's not offensive.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Echo's better in the Hawkeye show and the comics.
Oh, that was the other one I was going to mention.
That is also true. The Hawkeye show is on the list, and Echo was better on the Hawkeye show than when she got on the Hawkeye show. And the Hawkeye show was not
Hawkeye got that same criticism from me about the how you play interconnected characters. Look at Fisk in that one. That's even worse.
Listen, you can do representation right, but you can tell when it's lazy and they don't understand the lore, the characters, the story. And unfortunately, for Star Wars and for Marvel, a lot of the stuff that they did, once they got past Endgame, they just start doing
all kinds of stuff.
Whatever. And they're hiring people because, okay, you got a big name, you directed this big movie, and we like the way you do stuff, but they don't read in the comics, they don't know the characters, they don't know the lore, they don't know the universe, and they're just putting anything to damn together. And it's like, what in the hell? How do you go head to head with Daredevil, but get overwhelmed by some random goons in tracksuits? That part. That part. It's like, what are we doing? Yes. She was very accurate to the John Byrne, Dan Slott running the comics.
Yeah, that is very true.
I guess.
That's why I don't get She-Hulk all that criticism, mainly because of that run there, because there was a lot of tongue-in-cheek talking to the camera.
And I don't mind talking cheek.
I mean, it was
the camera.
I think it's expensive, but if you saw that range of the comic, you would get it.
No, and that's the thing. I've read some. I haven't read that range. I've read some of the She-Hulk stuff. I read when she was part of the Avengers. I would say she might have been part of West Coast Avengers for a little bit. So I understand She-Hulk was a big deal, and she was the other power person when the Hulk wasn't around. At the same point, I think that show suffered.
Rocky,
you can go sit in the corner, Rocky. Go sit in the corner.
Oh my God!
Go sit in the corner. You in timeout.
You know what, Rocky? Rocky may be on timeout.
You in timeout.
That's funny. It's
hilarious, but you in timeout.
Yes. There is some truth to that mansplaining.
So I was like, it's hilarious.
All right, so we are finally in the top 5.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, top 5. All right, Donnie, you ready?
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. I know Sintel's not here. Oh, he would be ready. He'd have his 2 guns ready to blaze.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett.
Hmm.
I don't even know where to start.
Man, I could hear every reason why it was bad, and I would be like, I still don't see it.
I have to second Frank on that only because it wasn't supposed to be like, think of the title, The Book of Boba Fett. You know, so right out the gate, you know the stories are not going to be exactly connected, and I think that's what hurt it because everybody thought it was going to have a through line going through it when there really wasn't one. Even though the title just basically tells you, listen, the Book of Boba Fett. So
Yeah.
I did not find a problem with that. I only was aware of it once I went online and started looking at Reddit and X, and I'm like, oh, I must be on once again on this island by myself. So I was really interested in what your take is on it. Why you don't like it?
I'll just add real quick. I do believe it belongs on this disappointed list,
You do.
but not for the reason that sounds like. I was disappointed as hell when the show became Mandalorian season 2.5.
There's a. I don't hate that. I don't hate that because I didn't see, one, I didn't see that coming, and then yeah, you took away shine from the character.
Yeah,
I
I
love
came
the,
for
like
Boba Fett and you gave me Grogu.
well, I'm not. That's Mandalorian. I'll touch on that later. But my thing is, and we already have enough of that. That was another reason why. My thing is like you told the whole backstory of Boba Fett, which I enjoyed. I actually enjoyed that. But then once it did split into part 2, when we had a full season of this already, pulling away that shine.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see the argument for it, but I did enjoy it. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I still love the show.
Rukai is chomping.
I always say I always say if it's a Star Wars project Rakai hates, I'm gonna love it.
You know, and I figured that it's best let y'all say all the good stuff, the nice stuff about it first.
Yeah, hit us with the lies.
Now, here's the thing.
Let me load up my bow and arrow right now.
as a character, I love Boba Fett as a character. Boba Fett is one of those characters that did not get enough shine, and was kind of like Darth Vader. There was a lore and a mysteriousness about the character coming off of the original trilogy that people just fell in love with for some odd reason. He was barely shown, you know what I'm saying? He's standing up there with his rifle, you know what I'm saying? He
I
just
never
looked
understood the love of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
before
like I
the
don't
show.
get it, but okay, cool. He's a cool ass bounty hunter who does shit, nothing. Okay. Where I started to really like Boba Fett though was in the comics, and they had the comics because, and this is not a spoiler. So in the comic, in Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett dies. They knocked his ass into the Sarlacc pit,
Yeah.
and he is digested. He is eaten by the Sarlacc. Now the thing about the Sarlacc is, even going in there, you don't die automatically. It's got some kind of stomach acid or something, and it slowly digests its victims for like 1,000 years or some bullshit. And because he had on his Beskar armor, that's the thing that kept him from dying immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. All right. Now, in the comics, they did show that he was able to, use some of the weapons at his disposal to make his way out. And he did live. But again, what we got a inkling of at the beginning of this series was that he made it out, and now he's got to be put into the bacta tanks. He's damn near saved by the sand people or what have you. He's put into the bacta tanks to heal. Okay. The best parts of this show, to me, were when he went into the back to tanks to heal, and he did the flashbacks of his times with the Sand People.
Yes.
That part of the show,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Like all of it, the little heist on the train, all of that shit, everything. When he went to the back to tank to heal, that shit was great.
And you made those creatures for the first time interesting too.
Yes, you know what I'm saying, and gave them, because you have to think about it at the time we're seeing this. Now we saw the Sand People in the original trilogy, but they were basically, you know what I'm saying, some savages or whatever that lived out in the, they're monsters that live in the desert. And then you really didn't think about who they were in the Phantom Menace and in the prequels when Anakin went and killed all of them. The fact that, okay, they lived in little huts, they had families, but you didn't think of them as like a family unit. You didn't think of them as having the type of hierarchy, because hell, Anakin killed them all. His mom was over, she was a former slave, she's sold to them or whatever. They kidnapped the mama and she's over, so he's like, well, shit, I'm gonna kill everybody, kids, the dogs, everybody.
Anybody can get it.
In this show, you actually see, I don't know, I guess the humanity, what have you, that's in the Sand People, and seeing how they get down and what they value. And it makes a lot of sense, and it gives weight to the character of Boba Fett. The problem with the show was once he got out of the back to tank and he got into real life current day shit, that was a hot damn mess. They didn't have no direction for what they was going to do with Boba Fett's character. And as we know, Boba Fett was the only clone from the Clone Wars who was not a clone. He was the one, I mean, he was a clone. He was a clone of Jango Fett.
Jango Fett, right.
But he was allowed to grow naturally. He was not given any growth hormones. He was not like the rest of the clones. He came up naturally. They said he's 35. He was actually 35. Where the other clones, they became 35 in 3 months or some shit. He grew up. He learned after Jango Fett got killed. If you know anything about any of the comics or the graphic novels, he cut his teeth for real, like becoming a bounty hunter and learning and running. There's some stuff in the Clone Wars and stuff like that about Boba Fett and as a young Boba Fett and what he was out here doing, living to try to survive while he was on his own. But this shit that he's doing on where he goes and takes over the Hutt's place, because it's not Jabba. Jabba's gone. Jabba was killed in Return of the Jedi. So he goes and takes over Jabba the Hutt's place, and now he's trying to run it like a hut. And he goes into town, and there is actually a speeder chase with these shiny new Vespas. Like, they don't even look like they belong in the future. Like, they look like some shit that's straight off the streets of Italy or something. Like, they all different colors. They got these candy colored mopeds for this day. And Frank is absolutely right. I think the writing was on the wall. They knew that this shit was such a mess. They brought in Din Djarin and basically all the cast of The Mandalorian to save the end of this show. Because again, we have to remember, Boba Fett is a character who was last seen in 1983. You ain't talked about, you ain't done nothing with Boba Fett in 40 damn years. So it's like,
he's had like 3 words.
Yeah, and he was the original Mandalorian that people knew. But since there's a renewed interest in the Mandalorian people through the Mandalorian show with Din Djarin, well, we got one Mandalorian that people actually know now. We got the original Mandalorian from the Star Wars universe. Oh, we gotta cross that over. We gotta make this work. No. This shit was a mess. It could have been great. It should have been great. But it was not. Your Honor, the defense rests. Now, and I know that Frank and Donnie, I know that y'all feel a different way about it, and that's okay. It's okay. I'm not, you know,
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
I'm
I'm
good.
secure with my love for it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like I said, here's the thing. I wanted to love the show. I went into it wanting to love it, and the parts that I liked of it, I actually did love. Like I thought everything, like I said, all that shit in the back to tank, and when he went back with the sand people was amazing. It's just when we went away from that, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are we actually doing a race with candy colored mopeds from Cash Money Records? Like what the hell is going
The
on?
Cash Money record.
Yeah, for the 99 and 2000. Like
Hey.
it's happening.
Oh,
Oh, it was
Okay, I got a question there for you.
what is happening?
If there were now, we know we're getting the Mandalorian movie, right? If they were going to do a Boba Fett movie, would you see it? Would you pay out of pocket? Take you and your kids
Oh.
to see that?
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Day one for me.
I will say this because I am still interested in Boba Fett, the character, but because of what they presented to me so far from the Boba Fett TV show, I'm gonna have to wait till that shit comes streaming, or like that's like most projects like this, I'm there opening night. You know, the Thursday night where the things open, I'm usually there opening night. I want to say the only one I wasn't was when I saw the trailers and got some early reviews back on Solo. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out.
I love Solo.
And then when I saw it, I was like, I made the right choice. I did not like Solo at all. That right now is the project that shall not be named.
Lord.
So for this, based on what they put out there so far about Boba Fett, nah, I'm not going to the movie theaters to see this. And I'm barely want to go to see Mandalorian and Grogu, but it's more about Grogu than the Mandalorian. The Grogu, they got their baby Yoda can have all the money. Listen, they hit the merchandising cash cow with that little creature.
There's more time spent on it eating frogs than the actual plot.
And you damn near okay with that.
Thank you. Because that's my issue with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, my issue too.
It's Return of the Jedi extended. A bunch of Ewoks. That's the only bunch of merchandising, right? Meanwhile, you got another story. Thankfully, you have a story to tell that actually pays off at the end. But here we spend all this damn time on this damn Muppet throughout the whole damn.
and you know what? That's because the Muppets, that damn Muppet is paying for all the rest of this shit. That Muppet is paying the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. Me being an elder statesman of Star Wars, I get it. I like what I like, and I need some story. I need some villains.
Agreed.
Like you said, you failed me a little bit on story, but you gave me some great potential for villains, like in the Acolyte. It was there. You just couldn't fulfill the promise. The Mandalorian TV show has been hit or miss. I watched all of it. I'm completely current. I watched all of it, and it was good until it wasn't. And I don't know if it's because they let the politics, the whole thing with Gina Carano getting away, and that kind of messed with some of the writing or whatever. Then I don't know if they really had any real direction for it. Because again, to your point, they want to start incorporating Grogu more into it because that's what people are tuning in to see. Give the people what they want. Because at the end of the day, all this shit is still, and George Lucas will be the first one to tell you, y'all get better. This is kids TV. This shit is made for kids. It ain't for y'all. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? And George Lucas is 100% merchandising. He don't give a shit. He just sold all this shit. He still get merchandising though. The Mandalorian is a good TV show. It's got promise. Can this movie pull it off? I don't know. And again, I think Donnie, to your point, depending on how much they focus on Grogu and don't give us a balanced story, don't give us a story, don't give us a point to Din Djarin, because that's what they're doing. They're making it so much about Grogu. What is nobody's point except, you know what I'm saying, being his protector when he can't do shit? Like he has no mission, no purpose. So I don't know. But to answer your question, no, I wouldn't.
Syndrome.
Boba Fett movie. And like I said, I barely want to see this one. All right, y'all. We're coming down the back stretch. So that was the Book of Boba Fett was number 5.
Oh boy.
Number 4. I don't know who's seen this one. This one absolutely was on my list. This shit pisses me off. But how many people?
Yeah, I voted for that.
The Witcher. Now, and I put up this specific picture for a reason.
Yeah, I know the
reason. And the thing about The Witcher is The Witcher was a very popular video game before it became a show. The Witcher has its own universe, and it's a strong universe. It's had several spin-off, a couple live-action spin-off shows. It's had some spin-off animated shows, movies, or what have you. There's a lot here. But the Netflix show,
it's a mess.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. All right, so seasons 1, 2, and 3 featured Henry Cavill. So yes, Superman, and for those that don't know it, Superman, Henry Cavill himself is a hella nerd. He loves The Witcher, loves it. As a matter of fact, he loves it to the point where he put it in his contract. He put it in his contract that the showrunners cannot deviate from the direction that the video games and that the lore, the books or whatever go in. But guess what they did? Mm-hmm. They went off script. And so by the time we get to season 2, they off script, and he was like, hey, pump the brakes. We talked about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are messing this up. Like, don't do this. Y'all out here writing some shit. If y'all thought y'all that damn clever, you should be writing your own damn stories. Why take a story that's already established, it's already great, and throw your own shit into it and mess it up? And there's like, you know what? You're right. We gonna get it right. And then when he came back for season 3 and they gave him the script, he's like, what is this shit? Like, not only did you not go back to the path, you went so far damn left. He said, you know what? Y'all lucky. My check done already cashed. I didn't spent that money, but yeah, I'm done. I ain't come back to this shit. And you can see season 3, he damn near, I mean, he embodies Geralt of Rivia. He embodies that, but he mailed his performance in. He's like, he didn't give a shit, didn't care. And then they did season 4, and they replaced Henry Cavill with Liam Hemsworth. I was gonna say the least, but he's not the least. They actually have a least famous brother. So, you know, there's Chris Hemsworth, who is the Hemsworth. And then there's Liam, who's most famous for being engaged to Miley Cyrus for a bunch of years. And then after that, they have another brother named Luke, who's been in some stuff too. He's the least famous Hemsworth, but all 3 of them are acted with. But Liam Hemsworth taking over for Henry Cavill. I did watch this most recent season. It's not awful, but it's also a long way away from good. And still, at the end of the day, he's not Henry Cavill. It's not. What's up, Sherelle? Did you watch The Witcher?
Yes. Yeah.
With pain.
I know. I said.
I mean, first of all, I love Henry Cavill. Okay, I love him so hard. And The Witcher was my shit. And then I haven't watched this most recent season because I don't know.
Now here's the thing though. The most recent season with Liam Hemsworth, the story is actually not half-ass bad, but it should have been a Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
like Liam Hemsworth just not. He's not
Henry Cavill. I told you it's just like the whole, that Texas Beast, oh boy, it's not Johnny Depp. So dude is limp, Liam is just not Henry Cavill. It's just
yeah, it just
I'll probably watch it eventually just because I want to see how it goes. But
replace. They embody the character too much.
Yes, and he was
like Tony Stark, and you can't, like, certain people play those parts, and you probably don't want to see anybody else touching that again. And here's the thing, because they're so good at it, it doesn't matter what the story is.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. I mean, and here's the thing: the story is not great. It's not great. So season 4 is not great. It's decent. It is decent.
I'll take decent.
It is better than season 3. Season 3 was a damn train wreck.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It's decent. And they've already done a spinoff of season 4. There's a little group of characters that
they're doing too much already.
What's the girl they daughter?
Siri.
Siri. So there's a group that, she disappeared. She's running with this group called the Rats.
Oh yeah. I love that.
They did a spinoff of the Rats, like their own little story to explain their backstory or whatever on Netflix.
I mean, they technically did that in the book, but like, was that really needed?
So the story is decent, which it's a lot better than season 3. It's a lot better. And they actually wrap up some of the things in season 4 from season 3 that is a pretty good step ahead. But to Donnie's point, sometimes a character just is so embodied by the actor playing. It's just like if you try to say, all right, we're casting a new person to be Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible series. That's not.
And we're gonna be like, excuse you,
get the hell out of here.
At that point, just kill off the series.
We just done. If he too old, we done. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. So there's just some things. I mean,
it's a thousand
Henry Cavill, and to be fair, Liam Hemsworth is not terrible. He's not terrible. He just has the distinct displeasure of coming behind Henry Cavill.
After that chin,
I don't know if
masculine
he would have been good if he started off, if he originated the role. He might have.
But he did not.
You can't follow up Henry Cavill to just,
Yeah.
And I thought I would feel that way about, so Henry Cavill is, for this modern generation, he's Superman. He is Superman.
Not for my Superman.
And part of that is because he looks the best in the suit. He looks like a goddamn Superman. He looks like he's going to be a WWE wrestler.
He looked like his name is Clark.
Yeah.
He looked like his name.
And I couldn't agree at all.
And the dude, David Cornsweet, is a good Superman. He ain't Henry Cavill.
He's an improvement.
He's a good Superman. But and Frank, you and I may agree on this. He's an improvement only because of the tone of the writing of what the character is supposed to be. David Cornsweet, and the tone of the writing, what James Gunn wrote, more embodies what Superman should be, not this.
Writing aside, the current Superman is actually depicting Superman on screen and Clark Kent on screen, while Henry Cavill did not do that for me.
That I agree with. Like Henry Cavill
I'm not watching it anyway.
He looked like Superman. But
thank you, Funky.
But the
I mean, I started off with Dean Cain as Superman for me, so.
See, no, I started off with Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve.
Dean Cain was my first Superman.
Christopher Reeve.
I've seen the Christopher Reeve one, but was like growing up, it was
as Superman, and he was great as Clark Kent.
And And Terry
Henry
Hatcher was Lois
Henry
Lane. I love
Cavill
her.
wasn't that. But the way they started drawing Superman over the years got to looking more like Henry Cavill. So when they cast him, he looked like this muscle-bound dude because that was the way that they've been drawing him in the comics over the years. No one really believed that this dude who looked like a mild-mannered guy could be Superman. So they started drawing him bigger and bigger, more muscles. And
You have to have all that.
yeah, and Henry Cavill embodied that. But the tone, everything, all of that was wrong, and it didn't equate to the movies. But again, we're talking about Henry Cavill as the Witcher.
Right.
He embodied that character. The dark nature of the Witcher was almost the exact same dark nature of Superman that he brought to it, and that's why he was perfect for the damn role.
I was like, the Witcher is an asshole.
The Witcher, he
Like,
was
period.
perfect.
He just is. He's not nice. He's not sweet. He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
That was what made him awesome.
I happen to kill things,
Right.
a lot of things. I am a
And
damn
the way
monster
he was raised, you're
assassin.
like, okay, if he was anything but an asshole, you would be like, what kind of alien? So
And
yes,
every now
I
and
love
then-
him.
Every now and then, I have a heart. Woo-doo!
The
And,
Witchers
he's
are
like, and it's only
scripted-
when I feel like having one, because other times I'm not gonna have one.
to become a Witcher, you have to devoid yourself of emotions, like canonically, like you basically strip down to just very little emotion.
And I'm like, whoever was
And
on
that was-
wig duty
and he
was out it.
delivered
Like with
perfectly.
Henry, I was like, oh, that was. I remember seeing a picture of him afterwards with his actual hair and being like, now you look weird. You look weird without the white hair.
Yeah. Yes. It's strange, but to each their own, you know what I'm saying? Because, some people hate the new James Gunn Superman. Some people love it. Some people,
I'm
some
mixed
people
on it.
some people actually like this new season of The Witcher. I'm not sold on it, but it's more so that the story was so far gone that now that you start to correct the ship, it ain't enough. And Liam Hemsworth as Geralt, it ain't enough. So, and there's still one more season of that bullshit coming out. I was
I'll
like,
watch it eventually.
how
I just
these
feel like it
people- how
right
they
now.
keep getting seasons. They have all these shows that get canceled.
Because there's so many people who actually like it.
Where they at? Who?
I don't know.
I'm trying to tell you, somebody owes somebody. Somebody lost a poker game somewhere, some shit. Oh,
Or they had already planned it. So
yeah,
it was
but
already in the works.
they have seasons planned that sometimes don't ever come out. They've had whole movies that don't come out. All right. Final three. You ready,
Oh,
Donnie?
God.
Donnie, I put this one in the batter's box. This one just for you. Come on, let's get to it. Number 3, most disappointing show.
Yep.
This picture right here says
That would have been my number 2 pick, probably.
so much.
Wow.
Like so much.
I haven't seen it.
You've seen it then.
There's
nothing to see.
Want me to take this one?
There's nothing to see.
Yeah, I don't have anything nice
I didn't
to
hear
say.
I was like, I didn't hear good
I don't
things about
think
it, so
you
it
do
didn't
either,
make me
but
interested
Donnie,
in
you
seeing
can
it.
go ahead and start. So yes,
So,
Marvel's Iron Fist that was on. It was part of the Netflix shows, along with Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones, and the Defenders,
Punisher too.
and the Punisher. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Out of all of those shows, that was 5-6 shows. I'm okay with any of those coming back except for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Any of those shows can come back. I hope that in the new Daredevil show, Born Again, which they are already using Jessica Jones, I'm sure of. They've already used the Punisher. I really wish that they would do more with Luke Cage.
He did an interview recently saying that he's been in contact with Marvel.
And I think that's
He doesn't know
wonderful.
when. He just doesn't know when.
But
Okay.
this dude, listen, Finn Jones has been actively campaigning to get in and to, now he understands the character. Now he wants to do more.
He's
Sir,
just wrong for
I
it.
need you to go sit your whole ass down. Sit the hell down. Leave it alone. Leave it. Listen, the big boys is talking. You go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Donnie.
So here's my take on that whole Marvel Netflix. I thought they did a great job of separating themselves, because this has got to remember the MCU was at its height when these shows all started popping out. They shared characters. They would. I mean, I got a personal connection to it because all of that stuff took place in the city, right? You know, like a couple of miles away from me. So I'm looking at scenes and I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is. It's always a pleasure to sit there and see Rosario Dawson pop up on every one of these shows. So not complaining there.
All day, every day.
Every day. And even surprised me with Jessica Jones because I didn't know anything about her. And come to find out that first season was super strong. Then Iron Fist comes out. So you had a good number of these, and we've seen all these shows come out strong. And I find myself just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, man, 6 episodes in, this is interesting. I'm not
setting the table.
Waiting. And this probably would have worked if Danny Rand was the age of 10.
Damn.
He whining, complaining, unsure of himself, single track minded, side characters I can care less about.
Damn.
Trying to, every time the hand popped up, I was like, okay, at least something's gonna sit there and happen, because I know the hand was supposed to be really, really entwined with this particular series more than anything else, and even that was disappointing. I mean, Sasha, the master, Sasha, what's his name, Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
He was in this, which made it a little interesting at the same time, because I gotta admit the fight scenes was on point, but as far as like carrying a story, when the Defenders rolled around, while I critiqued the Defenders for being like they could have really extended the episode count on that, I felt like they crammed in too much, but it was kind of centered around Danny Rand, and once again it was more of the same. And I'm like, oh, this is the only thing that's slowing this crap down. And I couldn't. Like, I watched everything. I gave it hope. But talk about time you want back. And which is really sad, because everything else surrounding it was good. I didn't have a problem with any. I mean, some seasons was better than others. Like, I don't put Jessica Jones, the subsequent seasons higher than any of the Daredevils. Same thing for Luke Cage 2 and Punisher 2. I don't put that higher than any of Daredevil stuff. I thought Daredevil 1, 2, and 3 was just excellent. But Iron Fist was hard. And I'm not going to put all the blame on the actor himself. I'm not. Only because the writing was atrocious. It was atrocious. If you're saying on the script that he has to act like this, no one can sell that well. Not 10 plus episodes in a row. So I put that on the writing more than anything else. Because how are you gonna sell that? How?
I agree, but I also think he was a miscast in general too. And it didn't help that he didn't have even 1% of what his power should have been at any point in that show.
Yeah. You waited too long for him to even put the suit on. Like, and then his girlfriend gets it at the end. Like, I actually watched it all the way to the end. Like, I saw that, and then I was like, "Oh, we're gonna end it just like that." Well, I guess he's not coming back.
I watched it all the way to the end too, because you kind of had to, because it led at the end of this is where it led into the Defenders.
Yep.
If I were to rate all of the Centel loves to call the Netflix era of Marvel street level.
Yes.
He said
Street
this
level.
is all street level. Yeah, and it really worked, because if you look at the Avengers and everybody else, they're dealing with cosmic threats and all this other shit and world conspiracies.
This shit took
Everybody
place.
on Netflix, they dealing shit with their neighborhood.
Yep.
They is some around the block superheroes. You know, you got a problem with something, you go down to the local bodega and hey, y'all know how to get in touch with Daredevil. I'm having a problem, you know, whatever.
Relatable.
Yeah. You know, ladies, you got a problem or something you need solved out, you find Luke Cage and get you some coffee and you know,
get your back
stir it up. Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow. Okay.
here's one of the things that's interesting for me. So watching the Netflix run of Marvel shows. You know, first they started with Daredevil. Season 1 was amazing. I was like, listen, I think Charlie Cox, who played Matt Murdock in Daredevil, I thought he was amazing. I was like, oh, okay, he's doing this for us. Shit, is he really blind? Shit, because he is killing this. You know, the kind of the same way, and not the same, but kind of the same way when I watched Extraordinary Attorney Woo. I was like, is she really autistic? Because she is murdering this. Charlie Cox was playing shit out of that role. I was like, damn, he's good.
It's so good that like when you see him do regular interviews, the actor do regular interviews,
it almost seems weird
because his eyeballs are moving.
Yeah, he did this movie just here recently. I think with Zoe Deschanel, where they like get a divorce and they're fighting over a dog or some shit, and it's so weird because I was like,
yes,
dog, you're supposed to be blind. Like, what is doing there? I saw Jessica Jones, and that, unfortunately, and I have to say, and y'all know, because I'm a newer Whovian, that was the first time I got to experience David Tennant as Purple Man. And I was like, yeah. The hell is that?
Talk about one of the best villains
in the damn movies. I was like, he was one of the greatest damn villains. I mean, shit, outside of Loki in that first you know, like Avengers movies, shit, like outside of Tom Hiddleston, David Tennant as the Purple Man, Kilgrave or whatever, was the greatest villain in Marvel. I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
You know, and it's David Tennant being David Tennant.
Of course. That's David Tennant.
Luke Coulter, Mike Coulter. Mike Coulter was really good as Luke Cage. The first season was strong about 60% of the way through, and then somewhere the writing changed up and they did some weird shit, and I was like, what the hell is going on? You know, and the greatest character that was in it is now no longer in it. And I was like, y'all just gonna do that to Mahershala Ali. What are we doing?
That's when a poll came out saying that Marvel keeps on killing off their top villains.
Mahershala Ali was, I mean, I liked Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. He was good. But Mahershala Ali was
I only had one problem with Luke Cage.
Murdering it. I mean, I even like the dude who was the villain in the second season, except that he's pretty much a rehash of season 1. It's like, we damn near telling the same story again.
But kudos to, what's the actress's name in that? She's been everywhere, always playing Sanaa Lathan's mother.
Sanaa Lathan's mother. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
It starts with an A. I think.
I was gonna say Loretta Devine, but it's not Loretta Devine. It is
oh God, why can't I think of this girl's name?
I was gonna say Simone Missick, but Simone Missick is the detective.
Damn it, Andrea something.
No, it's Alfred Woodard.
Hey, there you go. Yes,
Alfred Woodard.
She played that villainous role well too.
Mm-hmm. Here's another thing about Luke Cage too. If you go back, like I just pulling up because I knew her name too, and I couldn't. Alfred Woodard is, you know what I'm saying, old school. Like she's been around forever. I just put up like actresses in Luke Cage, and you look at the list of actresses go across screens, like But goddamn, Luke Cage, boy, you had him lined up, ready to everybody get some coffee. Hey, listen, there's no way he didn't sit in on casting. He was like, yeah, that one. I don't give a shit what role you get that one right there. You get her right there. Like, hey, man. But like you said, all this street level justice Netflix stuff was good. And then you get
only problem I
Iron
had with Luke
Fist.
Cage was the makeup in that one episode where he was like,
Oh, I know already what
sick,
you're talking
and
about.
he looked like he'd been dead for 500 years.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he
Oh,
great?
yeah.
Why is he great? Whose idea was this?
I know. You expect him to start, start doing a thriller dance.
I was like, what the hell? Who did this makeup and thought that was okay?
Yeah.
People can be pale and not look like they are.
Yeah, it was a different show at that point. It's like,
makeup
oh,
artist,
we doing The Walking Dead. Okay.
Like, what is this? Who did that?
Plus, I gotta say, with Luke Cage, they gave me the old classic New York undercover performances. Like as a New Yorker, man, that was so good. That was so cool to sit there and tie that in. See these performance, like Faith Evans, I think, was in there performing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had to say that was like, I've seen this before. It was New York Undercover.
Because New York Undercover, yes, I love New York Undercover too. All these shows were good until you got to Iron Fist, and I think that they tried to capitalize by casting Finn Jones. They tried to capitalize off of the celebrity and the notoriety that he had received on Game of Thrones to push this show, because he was what's her face's brother, the queen who married all them little shithead Lannister kids. She just moved from one to the next when they died. I forget her name, but that was her brother, So Finn Jones got cast as Danny Rand, the Iron Fist. Here's the problem. By the time he got to set, he had not read the script.
Oh, God.
He did not know how to fight. And when I say that, I mean
it's
at
evident.
all.
Wow.
It's evident in the show.
Wow.
At all. Like, he's one of the dudes, like, he ain't never been in a fist fight in real life. He didn't know how to fight at all. And so what they had to do was, for whatever reason, somebody said, let's cast this dude. Let's go with this. So now he's trying to learn the script, learn to fight while shooting.
Wait, don't they usually do like choreography of the stunts and stuff like before they even start shooting? Don't they like practice and stuff?
Because he's so goddamn uncoordinated, he couldn't learn the choreography. So they have to do these real quick cuts to show stuff. Like they couldn't even...
Wait.
It's like the old R&B videos from the 90s where back in the New Jack Swing era where you see them do, and then they cut to another scene. And
because the people can't dance. Okay.
Yes.
It's like 100 and something plus edits in 4 minutes.
But and so that often makes me wonder, like, while they're doing the casting, like, they never was like, can you do some, like, you gonna have to fight a lot. Have you ever done stunt coordination? Like,
they figured,
but you got 2 left feet. Like, what?
Somebody lost a bet.
And here's the thing. So, like, take Charlie Cox.
Not lost a bet, Frank.
I don't know if Charlie Cox could fight before he came in, but he put in so much time in choreography, especially for that the hallway scene and all that other stuff, and a lot of them other scenes. That shit was believable. He looked like he'd been fighting forever.
Yeah,
like
it looked like he was legitimately blind, and he looked like he legitimately in real life for training for this show got his ass beat for endurance training.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like it looked good. But only that, you take Jessica Jones, you take the Punisher, you take Luke Cage, and you have all these people who can fight, or if they can't fight, the choreography makes them look like they are some whoop ass people. I mean, Jessica Jones is a fall down drunk, and she is whooping ass with her strong ass. But then you put this dude in there who, here's the thing, the Iron Fist The Iron Fist is a seasoned martial artist. The Iron Fist is supposed to be one of the best martial artists the world has ever seen. Like, we got a movie called Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Uh-huh.
The Iron Fist is supposed to be able to whoop his ass. Or go toe to toe with Shang-Chi.
No. Okay.
He has
Yeah.
the
I
Iron
look at that
Fist
dude's
is an
face and tell he
actual
can't do that.
the Iron Fist is an actual metaphysical weapon that he has, where his whole arm, you know what I'm saying, glows in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he punched through mountains type shit.
Wow.
He is his character is defined as a living weapon.
Yep.
And we cast a dude
Who
that
can't fight?
who can't break a board in a white belts class at a strip mall karate class.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's saying something. That's really saying something.
So, you know,
Okay.
you get these fight scenes that are poorly executed, they're uninspired, because like Donnie said, they are doing 1,000 damn cuts to
Yeah.
hide the fact that this dude,
He
like,
sucks.
him throwing a punch don't even look natural. It almost looked like he was throwing punches like he might as well have said, "No, get back, bitch." You know, like, it's the Iron Fist. Like,
Wow. Okay.
You laugh. You
Look,
laugh, but the tone of Rakai's voice when he said that is how he sounds throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
yes, and that also is because
Okay,
they
now that's-
cast him. He is whiny,
That's why I said if
entitled,
he was 10 years old.
impulsive, and childish. Like, he played the character as this immature, entitled child. And Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, is supposed to be for real, like a Zen master. He really is
I was
supposed
about to say,
to
Zen
be
masters don't whine. Okay.
So the thing is, Danny Rand is a billionaire. You know, again, so we get our Tony Stark, we get our Bruce Wayne. Danny Rand's a billionaire. His plane, I think he was on a plane with his parents. The plane crashes. The parents are, you know, they find their bodies. They're told dead. Nobody ever finds his body because somehow he ended up in Kunlun and starts training to be the, you know, he's saved. He starts training to be the Iron Fist. And he shows up back to New York City 15 years later. He's been missing for 15 years. He shows
He just
up.
pop up like, ta-da.
He shows back up, you know, amazingly, right before they're about to sell his corporation, that he is the CEO, that he's the, you know, the missing heir of. So he walks right back into money, but he's also supposed to be a Zen master. He's been missing for 15
He's
years.
kind of like the Batman of this universe,
Yes.
in a way.
Okay.
But in no way whatsoever. The show that is named for him, he is the weakest, most uninspired, the least interesting character on the entire goddamn show. And I really can't say any more than that. You know, and he still, to this day, like, there's a report 4 days ago of him still begging to be a part of the MCU. Still, you know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all done got Charlie Cox out. Y'all got John Bernthal. Y'all got Christian Ritter. You got Mike Coulter out. Give me another chance.
Nothing would bring me more pleasure than if they just recast him and don't even address it in the show.
That would be hilarious. You know they'll do it. You know they'll do it.
And they did it. They did it to what's the name, Rhodes and Iron Man.
Yeah, but Terrence Howard was being an asshole. He did.
Yeah.
He did an interview.
This guy is being an asshole to the character.
Yeah.
Well, Terrence Howard was being an asshole, and to be fair, at that particular time, Terrence Howard had more star power than RDJ.
Yeah.
At the time, because RDJ was still, he was on his redemption tour. RDJ, remember, it was damn near a favor giving him this part in a big, you know what I'm saying, big budget
he had
movie.
all his addiction issues.
Shit, all his addictions and all the shit he had done. But you know, he got his second, third, fourth, fifth damn chance. You know.
And now RDJ can do no wrong.
And then once the movie hit, he's like, "Hey, y'all immediately gave RDJ a raise. I need a raise." And there's like, Yeah, I think you're overestimating your importance to this damn.
Yeah, and it's not like he
picture.
was the main character.
Well, that was the thing. I was about to say he wasn't really even in the movie that damn much. But okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, they edited him out, but you know, and then he
I
knew
would have too.
going forward that he was supposed to be War Machine and all that shit. And he said, you know, if RDJ, if the other main characters got a raise, why can't I get a raise? They're like, nah, you can take your ass up somewhere and sit down. So
That attitude is why.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's not. It don't matter. They moved on.
Yep.
Like,
And then
and
again,
Don-
you know, it's all about how
Don
you
Cheadle-
ask sometimes.
Don
It
Cheadle
is
worked
how-
out fine. Now, I really think it would
I
be
didn't
nice
miss it.
giving all these people these, you know, now that we're doing this whole multiverse, listen, to see Terrence Howard come back and play a small role as a
I'd be
different
fine with
version of
that.
Brody would actually be
Yeah.
kind of cool. You know, but I guess.
Marvel was like,
Anyway,
yeah, we want all these
that
actors from
was-
all these different worlds, and we just gonna make sure that
Anyway,
they are
I
all on
could-
tap.
I could go
Forever.
at length talking badly about Iron Fist because that shit
You already
Yeah.
did.
Iron Fist and Shang-Chi, and because I was a practitioner of martial arts myself, were two of my favorite characters. And
I love Shang-Chi though. Yeah.
yeah, Shang-Chi is great. I thought the Iron Fist was great. Now, I had a problem with the Iron Fist because just Danny Rand, you know, he's one of the most powerful martial artists on the planet, and you done trotted out this billionaire white man as well. Get the fuck out of here! Like he didn't went and trained in mystical Kunlun. He didn't got the power, this mystical power that you know anybody would train for.
Was he
But he
supposed to be
trained for
white?
15 years, and now he's better than all the people that have been training their entire life. It's like saying some dude that just popped up on the scene yesterday. He's just gonna go out here and whoop Jet Li's ass. You gotta sit down somewhere with that bullshit. Like, no. And again, you know, we give him. He's a billionaire, and what you do at nighttime, Iron Fist? Well, I find poor people. I mean, no, I'm a detective. But shut up. So, anyway,
Wow.
so that's number 3. All right, we're down to the last, we're down to the last two. We're down to the last two, and let's go ahead and stay in the Marvel
Oh boy.
universe.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Yes,
Oh wow.
you know it is. And listen, outside of Iron Fist, this is the one that pissed me off more. Oof.
Echo.
No.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you talk about messing up a character, I don't know who was on that healing journey writing the script of this goddamn show, but this
My healing journey.
because it wasn't a show about Nick Fury. I don't know who this show is about. It's supposed to be a show about Nick Fury. The man who, when he pulls out his wallet, it says "bad motherfucker" on it.
Yeah.
Not this show.
Really? I haven't seen it. I didn't want to see it.
Oh,
It didn't seem interesting to me.
You didn't miss anything.
hold on. Not only that, here, let's. If I was Centel, this show had a $300 million some dollar budget for a show. 6 episodes, $300 some million. I promise you, they saved $250 million for the last episode for a CG sequence, an action sequence that was so damn terrible.
That just that
Oh,
one
wow.
image that gets used everywhere of Amelia Clark with that
Yes.
oversized arm.
Oh,
I wasted all my energy on Iron Fist. I got nothing for you.
oh,
I'm just gonna nod my head.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, for one, you took Samuel L. Jackson. You took Nick Fury and did an entire show on where he is not Nick Fury. He's not Nick Fury. He's not Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know who this soft ass.
Wow.
I mean, listen.
Wow.
You take a character like Nick Fury and make him a soft batch cookie, like
They're my favorite kind of cookies.
not when it's a dude.
And don't forget the ultimate.
Wow,
we
my
can't-
brain went
why
in
we
so many
can't
directions.
Ignore this.
Which one would that be? Were you talking about at the very end where?
Nah, you. There's going to be a character you will not no longer see in the MCU anymore. Who died in that?
I blocked the whole show out, so I don't know.
Frank is like, I don't know. I don't remember.
But
like, why do that? That's an extension of Nick Fury.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
I want to say it. Maybe someone wants to watch it.
I remember now.
I'm sorry, Jack, but like you didn't have to do that.
But not only that, they did that
early.
Episode 1.
Early, yes.
Episode 1.
Wow.
I mean, that's almost like, let's say we put out posters and we put out advertising this famous actor, advertising this show. And let's call him, I don't know, Ned Stark. And and then, by episode 7 of the first season, we kill his ass.
I got one better for you, because this is not the first time we've seen this. That's the first time we've seen something like this. But I just want to give you a comparison.
Okay.
First episode of this and how that felt compared to the first 10 minutes of Daredevil.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to send someone out,
Born Again, yeah.
Value, we were like, oh, shit.
You're talking about the Daredevil, the latest one that just came out.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. I said, what is the...
Yep.
Man.
But that had impact. The credits rolled and the intro started playing and we were all sitting there because I was with friends and I'm sitting like, they killed him that quick? What?
Look, Daredevil Born Again was not on the list.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Because if this was my personal list, it absolutely would have been on there. Go back and watch our reactions.
I do. I
was trying to give it love, and I was pissed the entire goddamn time. And
I remember.
Sintel just kept saying, "No, they set the table." I was like, "Man, fuck set the table. I want to eat."
It was hot.
And you gave that rant on episode 6 where he was still saying setting the table.
I was so hot because I was like, "This ain't Daredevil show. This is the Matt Murdock's lawyer show." I mean, you give us Bullseye as the villain. You show him for less than 5 minutes in the first episode, and then we don't see him again. What kind of damn show is I watching? And I'm surprised they didn't pull She-Hulk back in. It's like, hey, you want round 2 or some shit? I was like, what the?
But it's still today, my personal, as far as reintroducing a show, it's still, forget about the rest of the season. The very first episode was the best intro I've seen to a season, I think, ever. Like, as far as like, okay, I'll keep it in MCU only because 1, it was anticipated. 2, it opened up right. Bullseye, a killing of a character, this, that, what have you. When you do that, your expectations are going to be high.
Yeah, and then everything that followed that was a drop off of a cliff, off a mountain.
Yeah, you had further to fall.
Yeah,
to fall.
I won't disagree with that because they set us up for the okie doke in that, and we fell for it. And then, so you go back to everything about this, even the original. If you look at the original trailers for Secret Invasion, if you look at the way that that Nick Fury kind of escaped in Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
When they came for him in Civil War, and like I was like, oh, this show's gonna be fire. Because even the way that Hydra came for him and he was in the in the truck and he you know what I'm saying, like the way I was like, and then even how he ended up getting away from Winter Soldier, I was like, this shit is fire. And maybe not Civil War, maybe it was Winter Soldier. I don't know.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be fire. Nope. They had this whole subplot with the Skrulls, and then you know what I'm saying. Then he's moping around. He's sad. The whole goddamn show, he's depressed. I was like, what kind of show is this? We watching a depressed, a sad Nick Fury, the whole show was like, man, you don't send him to them some spy therapy and get the hell on. Like,
Spider.
oh,
Not spy therapy. Oh, I can imagine being a spy therapist. That would be so much fun.
This was going to be a lot of that scene of him pulling out weapons from in here, a secret stash over there. Nothing.
no. And then we dealing with this whole other plot with him and his wife at home.
Yeah, and how it ended.
Okay, so I'm not watching this one. Okay.
Oh, don't
There's nothing to watch.
Don't do it, because it'd have you so mad. I was like, the one time, one of the most interesting characters, the person who pulled together the whole Avengers, and you give him this shit as a show, this is disrespectful. If I was Samuel L. Jackson, I'd have went in there with my purple lightsaber as Mace Windu and lost my shit. I was like, you know what? Y'all had me thrown out the damn window in Star Wars, and now y'all gonna do this bullshit. Like, but listen, if anybody know how to fumble a character, goddamn it, Disney is top of the. Listen, how do we lose money? Let's do this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we'll say is that nobody wants to watch those characters. Could be the characters with melanin, could it?
Of course it is. It's always the characters with melanin.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch that.
They still say, it doesn't sell overseas, and I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah. And I heard a number of people still say that, you know what I'm saying, that the Black Panther is one of the weakest entries in the shit. I was like, it's the third highest selling movie in all of Marvel. What the shit is you talking about?
Yeah.
It's only beat by Infinity War and Endgame. What is you talking about?
All of which
and
came after
there's a lot of people too that say Shang-Chi the 10 Rings is superior to Black Panther. I was like, it's the same damn movie, Asian version. What are you talking about? It's the same movie. They said,
really
Black Panther worked. Then we're gonna write the same movie for the Shang-Chi.
Put Asian people in it. Yeah.
I guess. Anyway, okay.
Chantel always says only 7 storylines in the world.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna stop talking about this because I feel my blood pressure going.
Your blood pressure?
Yeah. All right. And folks, we are at number 1. And it should be, if you've been rocking with us this long, it should not be any it should not be any surprise at what number 1 is. It drew the most ire of the most people on Beyonce's internet.
Why to Beyonce's internet?
Oh. I don't know, because it really ain't her internet. I don't know whose internet is. Maybe is it Taylor Swift's internet now? It used to be Rihanna's for a minute, but she keep having babies. So I don't know.
No.
Anyway, number 1, with a bullet.
Oh Lord.
And a dragon.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I knew it.
Okay.
I knew it. That was my number 1 pick, and I see why.
Yes, like I said, I don't think this should be a surprise to anyone.
See, I never watched the last season, so I don't know what everybody's talking about.
Here's what's interesting. So my oldest son, normally it's not really his bag. I couldn't get him to watch Game of Thrones with me at any time when it was coming out. I couldn't get him to watch House of Dragon, none of that. But of course, his girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Yeah. His girlfriend's like, oh, I really want to watch it. He's like, I'll watch it with you.
I'll watch it with you, babe.
Are you? So, okay.
They switch up real fast.
They do.
Watching all kinds of stuff.
Like
romantic comedies be half crying.
Simple creatures.
You know how many dudes I've watched movies with where they cried and I didn't? Yeah.
So he switched up. So he watched over the last few weeks or so. He's watched all of Game of Thrones. He watched all 8 seasons. Yes.
You sure they watched it?
Yeah, because actually he was watching a lot of it here at home with her on the phone. They would watch it together on the phone. Yeah, who does that?
Okay.
Yes, okay. And I'm sure that they watched it because also her mom was watching it with them. This was a group project.
Okay, that's actually cute.
Unless my son is a whole different kind of freak, and I ain't gonna get into that. But
he might be though. He did say he won't be a stepdaddy. He said he was made to be a stepdaddy. So you never know. You never know. He might like to share. Some people like to share.
Okay. People are wild. He watched it, and because he told me he was watching it, and I had almost spoiled something for him. And I was
Oh.
talking about it. I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm watching season 8. And I was like, trash. And he's like, I ain't watched it yet. He said I'm only on episode 2. And I was like, oh, I can't retract my statement. I just I can't take it back. You already heard it. So
No,
I said,
you
but
just say trash. Take it out.
I said, that's a good one. I did say, I said, okay, when you get finished,
Come
come
talk to me.
come talk.
You're gonna need a shoulder
So-
to cry on.
So actually, we had a conversation yesterday. He told me
Oh,
he had
God.
recently finished. He's
Uh-oh.
I don't know, he's part of the way, episode 2 or 3 or something in House of the Dragons now, season 1. So I was like, all right, what'd you think? He said, it's not as bad as what y'all say. Like, everybody makes it out that it's really, really bad. He said, I didn't think it was that bad. And I was like, interesting. And I said, and maybe that's that recency bias, because I can say that when we watch some Doctor Who episodes, I think when people watch them in real time,
It felt different.
us coming behind it and watching it, it didn't anger us. It didn't put them same kind of feelings as people when they're watching it real time. Especially if you had to wait for the next episode, or you had to wait for the next season or whatever. So us
that
being
makes it
able to
worse.
keep moving made a little bit of a difference. And especially with the way news moves now, if you're on the internet, you can find out way more information than you want to know, and it can kind of spoil things for you and mess it up for you.
Yeah, true.
So he watched it, and I was like, okay. I said, so let's talk about it. I said, the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones is absolutely amazing. First 4 seasons. I said, it's after that, which admittedly, the writers of the show have now run out of material, because they're now moving past the part of whatever George R.R. Martin has written. And I don't know if that was season 5 or where they moved past him, but they said, you know what? He's not finished with the next book. So we just going to write this shit ourselves. We just going to finish the story the way we see fit. And it's very clear that none of the people in that writing room should be writing these goddamn stories.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't on the same level
That's
whatsoever.
funny.
Whatsoever. Now, I didn't hate season 5. I didn't hate season 6. Season 7 was pretty bad. Season 8 was awful. There were a couple good things in season 8. The later seasons, what they did with Arya's character, I loved. Her conclusion or whatever, what they did with her, and in season 8, I love that. I think my son said he was most upset about what happened to Jon Snow at the end. He's like, why didn't he become the king? I was like, because he never wanted to in the first place. I'm not upset with that at all.
You know.
Donnie, I see you. You got something to add to it, or?
Nope, haven't seen them, so I can't.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And
Every
I know
single
that-
episode is a lot. Like, it's some stuff, and you just be like, oh my God. Like, I remember watching it in real time and just being like, what?
See, I
The whole time, like, what are we
I watched
doing?
it in real time, but I didn't get into it until season 2 was current. So I had to go back and watch season 1. And I watched it on, I don't know, like DVD or some shit, so I could get caught up. And then I started watching season 2, and I was like, okay. I think season 1 was good, but it took a while to establish the story, establish the universe, and all that shit for me. I didn't
Because
read
I was
any of
wanting
the
to kill
books.
everybody.
I didn't read
Day
any.
one, I was wanting everybody to die.
I didn't read any of the books, so it took a while for me to understand the world that we dealing with. But then I'm trying to tell you, when they killed Eddard, I said, "What the
Fuck that. I just knew somebody was gonna say it. Nope.
I was
Nope.
like,
they were like,
I
it
was
doesn't
like,
matter if
I
he's
said,
on the
oh,
poster.
no, this is a dream sequence. This didn't really happen.
Nope.
Nope, it really happened. And
Nope.
the thing about that is that changed TV cinema forever.
Because they don't.
And
Because
most
you don't
people
usually
don't
do that.
realize how impactful that was.
They don't usually do that.
No, this is the dude that you sold the whole show on. He's on all the posters.
Yep.
You know, and really at that time, he's the most famous person on the damn show.
Yep.
I mean, this dude was in Lord of the Rings. You know,
And they were like, "Nah, we good."
That was before him dying and everything was a meme.
Yeah. And they killed him off something vicious. And I was like, is this for real?
It was some shit that didn't have nothing to do with him. I was like, wait, he ain't even guilty. What is this?
The brilliant thing that they did, and I guess this is in the books, is he was like, okay, once you had accepted that, he's like, okay, well, now my new favorite, and the reason I'm not saying he's my favorite character, but he was an honorable, like he was really one of the only people on the show that
wasn't a piece of shit.
High character, that he had integrity, he had high character. He was an honorable man. He was a good man in a show about a bunch of damn vipers.
Yep.
They kill him off. And it was like, okay, that seems like politics. But then as soon as you get another character that you like,
they might get it too. You never know.
And that became the first show of anybody can get it. Listen,
yep.
You might clock in, you may not clock out. Like it's like,
because I'm gonna tell you right now, that Red Wedding was. I was like, wow.
That
wow. I was like, that we're doing that today. We just woke up and chose violence. The writers was like, we are tired of all these characters. We just gonna wipe them all out at once. It's like,
and they had a number of very interesting ways that they dealt with some of those big episodes. And here's another thing that I appreciated too. None of those big episodes like that was like the season finale. Like they would never, you know what I'm saying, like wipe out these characters and do it at the end, and now you got to wait till next year.
I think that's why it was so
episode 9.
Like jarring and startling, because you're like, this is not a season finale. We got 2 more episodes. What is
it was always the penultimate. Between somewhere 7 and episode 9. Everybody gonna get
like, God, what?
And then, you know, episode 10, the finale of each season was, now we deal with how do we move forward, because that was the favorite character on the show, and you just killed his ass. Like, what the shit is going on?
Or then they would do the thing where somebody would end up being really huge for their character, but you realize they had been in like 2-3 episodes, maybe. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait, why is that character so popular? They were barely in this at all.
No, and I know it's just me and you and talking, because I know that Donnie hasn't seen it, and I know Frank, you watched what, season 1?
Yeah, I avoided it for the longest time because people kept praising it like it was like the second coming or something, and I was like, and I was just like, I hate going into shows when the hype is like plateaued, because then I go in with a really weird mindset.
Yeah, it's too much expectation. But then you're going in like, I don't see it.
Finally, everybody started hating on 7 and 8, like season 7 and 8.
You was like, now's my
time. So I started season 1, and I'm just like, okay, because for one thing you got to know about me is very rarely do I care for medieval settings, politics, and gratuitous sex.
Oh yeah, well then Game of Thrones is definitely not for you at all.
So I need characters and at least some characters to hook on to be like, okay, they can carry me through the.
I'm about to say I wouldn't do that.
And the only characters I ended up liking was Bran and Arya. But I just didn't care about the rest to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to bother with season.
Yeah, I love Arya and Jon Snow. So.
Well, and for me, most of the characters, I wanted them to die, and I was just waiting for them to die. Like I spent most of it waiting for them to die.
Miss Sandy, that's just a damn waste. She just.
Yeah, Rocky Matter says the winter's coming, Frank. I say bend the knee.
Wow. Okay.
And Lyanna Mormont was good. you know, and it was the strength of that character that led
Well, that's like
led to her getting
no,
the
just
Last
because
of
you like
Us.
somebody's daddy, don't mean you're gonna like their children. I
Fact.
can tell you right now, it's a couple of them that I was like,
I don't know, like
I usually
you
wouldn't
said,
say this
Frank,
about a character, but that's what your ass get.
this show does have a lot of political intrigue,
Yeah.
which is cool. And to be honest, by season 2, once we get dragons, it
Yeah.
changed the tone of the show.
I will go back to it because Night of the Seven Kingdoms made me fall in love with the world.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms might be some of the best shit that they've done. Like I said,
Yeah.
that one episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms is now the highest rated TV show in TV history. It ties like some Breaking Bad episode. And Night of the Seven Kingdoms is 80 years before Game of
Yeah,
Thrones
something like
proper, something
Or
like that.
I think it's a century. Yeah,
I don't know if it's it might be. I don't know, something like that.
that's what it says on IMDb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's 80 years. Maybe it's 80 years after House of Dragons ends.
Oh, okay.
In like 70, 80, 100 years or something before Game of Thrones.
Yeah. See, I haven't watched any of this, but because I was getting, I think when that came out, I was getting sick of prequels. I was like, dude, can we just finish the story instead of talking about what happened before the story started?
Well,
I still feel a little bit like that.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms is peak. That I will agree with.
Yeah.
And the one thing about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it started off with damn near a comedic kind of tone.
Yeah.
And it goes through episode 1 kind of like that, episode 2, but then the tone shifts in episode 3. But then it stays consistent after that. And it's not that it got dark, it just got darker than what it was. But I mean, every episode got better and better and better. And by the time that shit ended, you was like, did I just watch some masterpiece TV? Like, this is the best shit that they've done.
Hey, by the time that shit ended in episode 1, I was in.
Yeah. And you talk about
if you know what I mean by this shit.
And not, yeah, I see what you did there. It's funny. You talk about 6 episodes and only 30, 35 minutes a piece. Like, we didn't drag them out to an hour. We didn't give you 10 episodes a season. We gave you 6 at 30 minutes. It was right without overdoing it, without creating and making some story where there wasn't, without going into some unnecessary plot devices and shit. No, we just gave you the straight story. Here it is. Blah, blah. Done. Show's going off.
And unlike Game of Thrones, there wasn't like a gentle breeze in the air, and then they decided, hey, let's have a sex. like they did, like it would. They kept it on target and on focus.
Yeah, like I said, if you can get through season, I say the first half of season 1 kind of drags, and you're like, okay, I see where it's going. But by the time you get to the back half of season 1, you see what the story's setting up, and then the next couple seasons are actually really good. They're much better than season 1.
I'll go back for it. I will give it another shot.
But then, like I said, by the time you get to around season 5, it starts to wane a little bit. And like I said, season 7 and 8 are where really people really just lose their shit. They be like, what the hell is this? And part of it's because they was writing it themselves. They just out here just, what do you think should happen?
Doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, your name's George, right? You could write this.
Yeah. Well, actually, my name is Greg. Close enough. Just write.
I mean, you rarely have where they like go past the source material and it's still good. I think I know like one show I think might maybe go in that category, but most of them are really not that great, unless it's the same people. But yeah,
and that's the funny thing about Hollywood too. Like take for instance Star Wars. There's only so much source material. Now there's a Bible and there's all these things like that build out the lore of Star Wars. But over the years because they fully licensed, they allow people to use our characters, use the universe, write your own stories. And there have been some authorized writers of Star Wars novels that have written some amazing I mean, amazing books. You be like, when y'all gonna turn that into a movie? That shit would be
But that's
amazing.
usually the people who are actually like fans of it. Still, that you see how that
Yeah,
works.
but it always comes out that the TV shows and the shit that gets turned into movies. Like, wait, who asked for this? We've been asking y'all to turn this book or something into a movie forever because it's amazing. And y'all like, nah.
You're like,
I got
no, we
some-
didn't just.
I got some other
bullshit over
shit to
here.
show you. This guy who don't know nothing about Star Wars. He wrote a story. We gonna make that a movie. What? All right. So that again, that was number one with a broadsword, not a bullet. So in top 15 most disappointing projects, we had Heroes, we had Vampire Diaries, we had Moon Knight, we had Velma, we had Inhumans, Star Wars The Acolyte, The 100, True Blood, DC's Batwoman, Marvel's She-Hulk, Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett, The Witcher, Marvel's Iron Fist, Marvel's Secret Invasion, and finish it off with Game of Thrones. That is the list. What, Donnie?
Nah, you just said the magic words, and I got a twitch. That's all.
Yeah, just
That's funny.
right. On fire first. Honorary mention, Handmaid's Tale.
Never seen that either.
I have not seen it either.
Me neither.
I don't know, but I've never heard anything but good things about it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe people don't like how it ended or something like that. I don't know, but I've never heard anything but the Handmaid's Tale was amazing. So
Yeah, I've heard that too.
maybe, I don't know, is it off? Is it done?
I think so.
I have no idea. So maybe people didn't like that. Listen, Janet F 595. I can't disagree. I don't know.
I wouldn't have been mad.
Secret Invasion or Iron Fist could have easily taken number one for me on my personal list. Game of
But
Thrones.
it's a popularity
Game of Thrones is
vote.
there too, though. Game of Thrones that last season and a half, last season or two. Game of Thrones is in there, but
Far
I mean,
more people have seen Game of Thrones than Iron Fist.
and that's probably what it was because Iron Fist. I think I hated that shit almost from the beginning. Secret Invasion, hated that shit from the beginning. Ain't no way it was good. It's like winter's coming, waiting for the White Walkers. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, this is a hot one right here. I see you, Donnie. The last season of Martin. You're lying.
I've never seen it actually.
I never
You
even
never
heard
seen
of it.
Martin TV show?
Yeah, no, I didn't watch the last season.
Oh, you never seen the last season? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I've seen Martin. I just
I
didn't
was
watch
about
the
to
last
say,
season.
listen, I thought you said you ain't seen Martin. I was
No,
like,
I didn't watch the
I
last
was
season.
This is the first I ever heard of it.
the last season of Martin, though, that's when Martin Lawrence and
Oh, that okay.
Tisha Campbell were embroiled in some legal matters and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay. I was aware of the show. I just didn't know it was called Martin.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence and Tisha Campbell were embroiled in some legal stuff, and they couldn't be on the set on time. They refused to be on the set together, and everything that destroyed the entire chemistry of everything of that show. And just
Yeah.
you found him on the he was on the screen a whole lot with old girl that was Pam, but he
Tisha Arnold, Tashina Arnold.
Tashina Arnold.
Tried to do a spin-off and have a couple of episodes centered around her, and it bombed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if they were on the screen, then they were like on the phone, and they would do a split screen thing.
Yeah.
But you know how in acting, she would just say her lines, he would say his lines, and they would put that shit together. But they weren't actually acting with each
because
other.
they were really good at playing off of each other. So
Yeah,
that was the whole point.
yeah. That last season was beyond awful.
It's funny because it's literally my favorite comedy TV show
Mm-hmm.
by mile. But
Yeah, I've heard many of people argue about which one was better, Martin or the Fresh Prince.
I'll fight.
Normally they don't throw Jamie Foxx in there, but Martin and the Fresh Prince. I'm always gonna go with Martin.
Gotta go with Martin.
You know, I mean, the Fresh Prince. It was cool. It was funny. Good show.
But in terms of straight up comedy,
Martin,
yeah, I get it.
Martin, listen, used to have my side hurting all the goddamn time.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn,
Tears streaming down your face, laughing.
when he did that damn whole New Jack City damn thing with the stuff.
Nah, what guy? Wait, that ain't no damn puppy.
No, how about the one where they was on vacation? That damn, what was that damn, that wombat or whatever that shit was in the room? Oh. And like Martin's physical comedy during that show was so
Oh,
strong.
Really good. Yeah.
He's a good physical comedy
Yeah.
person.
And then not only that, let's not even talk about all the characters that he played in that damn show.
Yes. Like who does that?
Ah.
Outside of only person I know that can do it that well is Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy. Jay Chappelle later on. Yeah.
I'll throw two more in there. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy might be the king of that shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Martin Lawrence is good. Give me Jim Carrey
Ooh.
Yep.
and give me Robin Williams.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm all on board with these.
Can't argue
Yeah.
that.
Listen, that damn I said Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house.
With the Jerry curl.
You got
Yeah.
the intro.
Leia from the Himalayas. Whoa. Oh shit. Was it Dragonfly Jones? Otis. Yes. Bodyguard. Yes. Dragonfly Jones was steadily getting his ass whooped by his little assistant dude. Where my money? Like, that was a good damn show.
From accounting.
The WNBA episode, I remember that. How about the episode where he fought Tommy Hitman Hearns?
The makeup on his face. He came out looking like a hot turd.
Yeah, they had him lumped up for sure.
Oh, when Gina, the avocado.
Oh, they had some great.
They had some classics.
Great episodes.
The only time I think the first time I was like they're gonna get canceled when they opened the show with Gina with the headboard. I really thought they were gonna get canceled. I was like, this is getting too close to home.
No.
How great was Tommy Davidson on there?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, was his name Purnell or Did You Miss Me?
Yeah, I forget the name.
That great show, great characters.
Yeah.
Garrett Morris as Stan was great.
David Allen Greer coming in there.
Yeah, they had solid.
And
Tracy Morgan.
Hustle Man.
Yeah, Hustle Man. What was that dude? He was a comedian too. His name, the one who played Brother Man from the Fifth Flow.
Yeah. Fifth Flow.
From the Fifth Flow.
Whitney
showing up just in your house. Yeah, he would have got.
Keep coming through the window, then go back out through the window.
I used to think all the time, it couldn't be me because then they're gonna be in my house like that.
Yeah.
And didn't he have Pryor on there one time?
Who?
Richard Pryor. Even though he was unhealthy. I'm trying to remember if he had him on there. Just one time.
I don't know.
I know he had George Jefferson with the what is it? The DMV.
Richard Pryor appeared on Martin in season 1 episode, The Breakup Part 1. Huh.
Let me help you out with your little test.
Okay, season 1, episode 18. And he played himself. Yeah. Yeah, and he was unhealthy because this was 93.
Yeah.
When it came out. So all right, y'all. Thank y'all again for this was this was fun. Again, you know, it's one of those things. Like I said, I argued with that little dude about Starfleet Academy, and I was like, "Ain't no Star Trek even on this damn list." And as anybody who's listening, you understand that even us talking about shows that we were disappointed in, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? They give us something to watch, and sometimes they hit it out of the park. You know, like us talking about Martin, even though the last season of it was maligned, it was awful. Game of Thrones hit #1 on our list, even though I'll be the first to say I love the first 4 seasons, like the next 2 seasons, just them last 2.
Yeah.
What
And
did we
just
do?
because, something was a disappointment doesn't mean it was horrible, the whole
Yeah,
thing, just certain
know,
parts, or,
Moon Knight made the list,
or,
and I
in the
loved
future,
the
people need to
entire
actually
season of
read
Moonlight.
the damn
I
list.
loved the entire season of Moonlight. I just thought that it didn't get a chance to show what it had. It had so much potential, and they canceled it far too soon.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
disappointed in the decision to cancel it, not the show. So, regardless of what reason your show made this list, we do want to thank you guys for again attending to the survey. Continue to watch out for the survey, for the poll for next week's show. And thank you to my wonderful guest, Mr. Donnie. Donnie, you got any last words for the good people?
No, I'm good. I'm just appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Thank you, as always. Sherelle, you got any good words for the people?
Reading is fundamental.
It is fundamental. It should be fun, and damn it, it's mental. Frank, you got any words for the good people?
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. And next week, I don't have the topic yet. It's still formulating, but if you check my socials, you check Cintel's socials, check our YouTube pages, you will see an opportunity to fill out the survey. And if you're in the Discord, make sure that you get in Discord, get into there's a special section of Discord if you're part of Cintel's Patreon, where you can watch us work as we do the reactions live. But if you're in Discord, go to the general chat, and you can usually see this week's poll and how you can take part in that. So we will see all of you next week. Same, you know what? I don't want to say same bat time and same bat channel. I was like, this is the time to beat up poor people. So, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what Batman do. He's
Lovely.
this time. He's like,
Okay.
ooh, look, it's after midnight. Time to beat up poor people.
I mean, you're not wrong.
See that part. You know what I'm saying? It's just a nickel bag of weed. I am vengeance. What? All right.